Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch-along. It's match day 2 of the UEFA Women's Champions League. Arsenal are the defending champions. Didn't get off to the best of starts last week against Lyon at home in terms of result in the end. Started off okay, natural game, went 1-0 up, in control. Then one little slip up, we lost our heads and the game went from us, and we lost 2-1 basically against one of our potential rivals to win this tournament come May. So yeah, as I say, not the best of starts in terms of, especially if it's this new league format. The top 4 qualify automatically for the next round, and then literally from team 5th, the next 8 teams down from 5th onwards, then battle out for the final 4 spots in the playoffs, as we don't need any more fixtures, but hey ho. But tonight we're back in Lisbon-ish. Well, we're in Lisbon, but not Lisbon as in where we won. It's the same stadium, mate, was. Different stadium, same city. Got there eventually. As you can see in the chat, G's there with George. Big up to yourselves. Hope you're having a good night so far, and less ag compared to May and the whole rigmarole that you guys both went through on that day. And yeah, team news is in, by the way. Team news. Catherine will be joining us as well, along with Pinky at some point. So bear with us on that as well. Team news, over to here, over to there. There you got both me the bigger screens. Don't need one ugly mug on there. You got Van Dosme in goal. 4 changes by the way. 4. Emily Fox at right back. Lotta with a Moy at right centre back. It turns out this week Katie Reed's picked up a groin knock, and we don't want to risk it being any more than just a knock, basically. Hence why today Lotta's making a start again. Steph Catley and then Hines again. Kate McKay for the 2nd Champions League game in a row is dropped to the bench for Hines. And also congratulations to both Reed and Hines, obviously getting their call-ups for the national team. Kim Little, this is an interesting one from midfield. Kim Little, Cara Cooney-Cross, and Mariona Caldente. Now, this is a midfield I like. Not asking too much. I think it's a perfect balance. And arguably, well, hopefully we'll see tonight, could be our most functional midfield trio, basically. But we'll see. And then the forward threesome of Olivia Smith, Beth Mead, and Russo up top. It's going to be interesting who's playing right and who's playing left wing, because normally you'd see Beth Mead, you think, oh, she's on the right, but every now and then she gets put on the left. So once the team come out, we'll figure that out as we come across it, basically, on that one. On the bench, oh, by the way, our 3rd choice and 2nd choice goalkeeper, one Zil, our 3rd choice, our new goalkeeper is ill. She travelled up the squad, but she's still got a bug, so she's not in the match day squad. And Sinsberger's picked up an injury. So we haven't got a experienced backup goalkeeper. Bear that one in mind, guys. So fingers crossed, no injuries to Daphne. He's on 8% running speed. So we've got Lydiard, Caldena, Kate McCabe, Frida Marnham, Chloe Kelly, Caitlin Ford, Vic Pelova, Nines Rogger. Bloody hell, Nines Rogger's actually in the match day squad. Bloody hell. Cena Blackstenius and Harwood as well. Still concerned that Chloe Kelly isn't starting games here, and how many games are into the season, all comps. Slight concern. Slight. By the way, if you are living, again, reminder from last week as well, if you're living in the UK, and I believe outside of the States, if you want to watch this game, you can watch it on Disney Plus. In the States, your usual channels out there, same channels as last week, basically. And Catherine will obviously confirm that near the time when she comes on. We've got BX in the chat as well. Obviously, put a G's. Obviously, I mentioned already G's there. Says hello live in the stands. Easy to get a fucking connection in the bloody Benfica stadium. Fair play. If only Emirates could do that. Catherine says hi to G. Have fun at the game in Lisbon. Tell the gang I said hi as well. Paramount Plus, there you go. Paramount Plus for the States. It's got to be at this point. It's got to be some sort of knock-on effect from the Euros, because that knee still got that bandage around, like Daphne. I think it's definitely obviously tonight, but in general, we can't afford to fucking drop her and give her the rest she needs. Gav's in the chat saying bonjour. Tom's in the chat says, I noticed yesterday that Disney Plus had Chelsea win yesterday. Yeah. So basically, again, to reiterate, DAZN lost the rights to show the Champions League end of last season, basically. The Disney Plus picked them up, and here we are. You watch Women's Champions League, you got to watch it at Disney Plus. Who would have thought? Oh, there you go. Idris Adam in the chat as well. Big up Idris. Or Adam, who you prefer to. But yeah. Yep. Oh dear. Score predictions as well, what we are. Just under 10 minutes away from kickoff. I'm going to say I'm hoping 2-0. It probably be, but obviously more. It could be 3-1. I'm different between the two. 2-1 or 3-1. 2-0 or 3-1. Sorry. Different. Oh, got a light show at the Benfica Stadium. There you go. I wonder if G's going to G will be filming this. If I'm not there, fucking my epilepsy. Bloody hell. And as they start that, they go to adverts. Of course they do. Of course they go to adverts. Not a lot. I mean, it's going to be mostly Arsenal fans. You'd expect. G, obviously, G, if you're still listening, if you can confirm that. But it does seem to be more. It's going to be a very heavily Arsenal fan orientated field stadium. Yeah, so they feel like the majority of the fans that are in the stadium will be Arsenal fans by the looks of it. It doesn't look like the locals have come out for this one. It does, again, I could be wrong. Catherine's hoping for a 3-0. Adam's going for a 2-0. BX goes 2-1. Also, Tom, how are you doing as well? How's your recovery going? No setbacks, hopefully. Oh dear. Let's get this off the screen. Okay, down. We'll do that. Down to there. We're going to replace and get the old scoreboard ready. We're going to close you down. There we go. That's all good. Adam, are you doing a watch along for Liverpool versus Man United? I am, yes. I will be, yes. So I'm doing. We've got tonight's game tonight. Tomorrow, I'm thinking of doing the show tomorrow. Oh, what was that? My phone is weird. I'll tell you. I think of doing a show tomorrow. Sorry. Saturday, I'm doing obviously Fulham versus Arsenal. We're going to go live about 4:30, 5 o'clock, give or take. What's going on my end? And so I am trying to think. Match of the day Saturday night, and then obviously Liverpool Man United on the Sunday. It's like you finally got your fidget out to find. Let's see if we can find G in the red lights. It only took you 5 months. It was 5 months quicker than fucking most people. Let's be honest. Can't actually tell in terms of because it's that dark. If they're focusing on locals only or mix of the two. Anyway, please, Man U win. As long as we do our job on Saturday, if Man United could do us a favour in any capacity, be it a draw or even better, a win, we take it and fucking run. Gav said, did we win yesterday then, Ryan? I have been ill the last few days with a certain type of... Oh, that's come back, has it? Yeah, you won, I think, 4-0, I think it was, against Paris FC. You were at home, so it's Paris, let's be honest. Took a while to get going, though. Got your first goal, the first off in the penalty spot. And the three other goals came late in the second half, basically. Oh, sorry. No, the second goal came pretty much straight away in the second half, and then the third and fourth, not sort of midway in, give or take. The teams are coming. The lights are now on, and the teams are coming out. And also the girls, in case you didn't notice, the girls are wearing the away kit, the navy blue away kit tonight. Sorry. Blue shirt, blue shorts, and socks. And obviously, I think Daphne. I think did they say orange? Is it orange gear she's wearing tonight? I can't remember now. I've seen a sec. Idris, yep, at Champions League next week. I'll be at the game, so I'm looking to find. I'm trying to find someone to cover the Watchalong for next week, so you guys don't miss out. But I will be at the Emirates on Tuesday night. I'm live again tomorrow night. Watchalong with the 88 Survivor Series. Okay, and obviously the link's there, but all you wrestling fans, click your link there and go and give Tom a sub there, basically, and turn your notifications on so you don't miss that tomorrow night. Haven't we? Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, sorry, it's a mint green. It's a mint green that Daphne Van Dosnia is going to be wearing. Mint green. Thing is, next Tuesday probably be the cynic in me says that next week's like last year, man. I was only able to get from one game last year because of the ballot, and that was Arsenal versus Man City. So what are the odds? Every day game I'll be able to win basically this season, and that will piss me off. Yeah, Pinky's here.
Testing, 1, 2.
All good.
Oh, good. Okay. I don't know what that audio issue was. I watched it back. It was awful. Hello everybody. How are we? I'm just trying to
What are you making of the team?
honestly, Kyra getting her start now after all this time is crazy. But I will give Renee credit for one thing. At least she's admitted it early into the season. Like, this is our second Champions League game. And she's realizing, okay, you know what? After the performance from Brighton, maybe she should get a start. It took her some time, but at least now more than never. It is better than never, right? So that's the positive there. And Hines still starting over Katie McCabe. Honestly, Ryan, at this point, I genuinely don't care. Just win. Just win. For the love of God. Just
And be consistent.
consistently consistent. We need to be consistently consistent. This lineup is also not as consistent, but it is what it is. It is what it
Well, it's consistent to last week.
is. Oh my gosh. It is.
Well,
It's
I was saying sorry, it says it all that Kate McKay for the second Champions League game now has been dropped to the bench over Hines.
yeah. And also I don't know. Speaking of Heinz, am I the only one that thinks that this week was just filled with drama in the women's side, from the Letitia thing, the Heinz thing, the retirements? Like, it's just been a really dramatic week. So with Heinz
Yeah,
starting today, I hope it works, that she's trying to prove a point from all the haters out there. Um, or it could work negatively in that it affects her mentally and she's not really amped for this game. I really hope Heinz does the former and just balls out completely today.
hopefully. Again, the whole Hine thing. My thing was I thought she already played for Jamaica, and like she couldn't play for. I know she's English and Jamaican, but I thought she played too many games now for Jamaica, and that was it, sort of thing. So that's what threw me off.
Mm.
But then you got here we go, unlucky. But you got the rival, obviously rivals and neutrals going. Oh, she's only in because obviously she barely got any minutes up till that point. She's only in because he's an Arsenal player. So
But
okay,
isn't that true though? This is the thing I'm not understanding. Like, do we not agree that being
but maybe it also got. She has played again. She has been obviously she is known in the WSL, Liverpool, and all that for a certain position, and said certain position needs to be addressed between now and the World Cup anyway. Because Lucy Bronze, I know she played for an injury for this Euro, it's just gone, but with all due respect, she's not getting any younger. Retirement's around the corner for her as well. We need to. I said this to the others. We need to address that and get ready, get someone in place to take that role. And maybe Serena saw that in her head as well, and thinks Hines could be that replacement.
Yeah, but apart from that, Ryan, what I'm trying to say is, do we not recognize that if you play for a certain club, it speaks a lot about you as an individual? Like, if there was no incentive
Mm.
to move to like the Chelseas, the Cities, and the United, then everybody would pretty much be happy playing in whatever club they're playing at. Like, even on the men's side, why do you think the likes of Kirkes would leave Bournemouth to play for Liverpool? It's because there's a certain stature and a certain status that comes with playing for a big team. And the fact that you are even recognized by those teams says a lot about your performance. So when people are saying, oh, it's unfair that she's getting selected, oh, it's only because she plays for Arsenal. Well, okay, maybe you should ask Liverpool and the other Reading, for example, to take women's football more seriously, invest more, so that that club as well can also reach that status of Chelsea, City, and Arsenal. Like, it's not Arsenal, City, and Chelsea's fault that they take women's football seriously, invest a lot of money into it, and reach that status where if you get to that level, you are considered the best. That's something that I'm
Mm.
not understanding. Like, yes, the fact that she's playing for Arsenal does play a role, and rightfully so, because Arsenal is dominating. They are literally the champions of Europe. Like, why is there confusion? Did you honestly expect like an Evertonian player to get the head? Like, no, like I don't understand what the confusion is.
No, it's just if she played for if she went to Chelsea, for example, nothing like that we said. It's just because again, call me being biased because I'm an Arsenal fan. It's just because he plays for Arsenal.
I mean, where if you come from Reading or Bristol or um I'm struggling to think of teams now. Like, if you move up the ranks, you don't do it for nothing. Like the Arsenal scouts, like Claire Whitley, they didn't look at Taylor Hines and think, oh, we're just going to buy her just because. They obviously saw something in
Mm.
her when they were scouting her and they saw her performance in Liverpool and said, you know what? She should be an Arsenal player. We think she's good enough to be at the standard. And so Serena Wiegman going into a World Cup, like, like I'm not coming after this side of the fan base, but like I've seen so many fans saying, why isn't she giving more players chances? Like, she's only picking popular names and big names. Why isn't she giving more younger players an opportunity? It's like, yes, she will give them an opportunity if she's playing for like the Nations League or something, or whatever the case may be. But she has a World Cup to prepare for. I don't think she has the time to be charitable when it comes to minutes. At this rate, she's been to the World Cup final twice now. She wants to get there for the third time and win it. And she's going to have to make some very harsh decisions. Like, that's just, it is what it is. I don't understand why people are saying, oh, like, she's just only picking popular names. It's like, if the popular names are going to win her or give her the security that she's going to win the World Cup, then let her be. These young players, like even like Katie Reid, she's still going to be here for the next 4 years and the 4 years after that. She has a long career ahead of her. So they need to chill with that. Like, I don't understand. Honestly, Twitter this week has been confusing to me. Like, the way people are getting angry and outraged for something that's literally common sense is bizarre. I'm sorry, it's just bizarre.
Well, also, I was watching another podcast. They, in terms of another YouTube channel, but on Wednesdays they do a women's podcast, women's only, but they focus on women's game. Sorry, and it turns out with Hines, she has played for Jamaica, but because it's a friendly, she still had the option of changing the mind, like we saw with like the men's team, Declan and Jack Grealish years ago. This is years ago now. Decided they want to play for Ireland, Republic of Ireland side, just to clarify. And they played a couple games and then they changed their mind, basically, both respectively. There's a big kick-off there, but at the time there's no Arsenal connection, but there was a big kick-off there because you committed, you played a few games, but because they were friendlies and weren't deemed competitive, they were allowed, basically, to switch allegiance back to England, basically. But yeah, because there's only one game Hines had played for Jamaica, so she was apparently because it's a friendly. She was like, just do what's happened now is okay. And wouldn't mind these next two games that are coming up for England are friendlies anyway. So this could happen. So this could all happen. All this hee-haw, and it could be a situation of I don't really fancy this. I'd rather actually stay with go back and stick with Jamaica full time because it's friendlies. You can do that basically. It's only when it's competitive. If it's World Cup qualifiers, for example, or Nations League or European qualifiers, whatever, at the time, that's when you're stuck basically. And again, I don't get it because, as I say, she's known in the WSL. We know what the level she can play at. She's made the upgraded move. All due respect to Liverpool and women's team side of things, she's made the upgraded move, come back to Arsenal. Let's not forget she's come back, and that in itself has then got more eyes on her because not just because we're the champions of Europe, but because she's made that upgrade to one of the arguably the most successful team in women's football history in England. So Serena will have more of an eye on her and look at her more when she gets a chance to. And she's going to be more lenient and go, you know what, I'll give you a chance. I go back to it, especially when you've got somebody like Lucy Bronze, who's coming to the end of her career. You need to, again, you've got what's the next World Cup, not next year, the year 2027, sorry, next World Cup. You've literally got 2.5 years to bed someone in that's either going to push Bronze onto the bench or be that rotational player when needed during a World Cup. That who's got experience, who's got the legs to get you, as you say, over the line eventually. Because that's the one thing it's currently bugging Serena. She's won the Euros back to back 3 times in a row, once with Holland, twice with England now. She got to 2 World Cup finals, lost them both back to back. She ain't going to want to go. She's not going to want to make a hat trick. And it's going to be even harder in 2027 because obviously with USA having Emma Hayes as the head coach there, it's not going to be exactly a breeze to get there. Wake up, girls, you know. Really low-key Benfica stone looks. This is the thing, really. If you don't know, you don't know. But I'm going to educate you now. The architect that basically drew up and helped build that stadium in Benfica, Arsenal hired to design the Emirates, and apparently the architect has a particular not even a unique, a particular design pattern, and he did it for other clubs as well. And yeah, the ips and ups and all that can be seen in all these stadiums, basically.
Mm.
Really, as well, Rudy's a Chelsea fan in the chat says Hines was a big fish in a small pond at Liverpool. At Arsenal, she's a small fish, but Arsenal are a more attractive team. You'll be noticed more. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And she's going to be, in terms of what you're saying, in terms of her being a small fish now, obviously, that's what I say. She's upgraded that. She's come back, but she's an upgrade anyway to where she was before.
Yeah.
And now she's got to use her know-how to become one of the big guns, no pun intended, going forward for club and country now.
Yeah, and she's, by the way, and like she's 26, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is supposed to be the prime
Hmm.
of her career. Is she going to
Yeah.
want to spend that being, as Rudy's saying, a big fish in a small pond, or is she going to want to challenge herself and reach and win titles and make a name for herself? And as much
Hmm.
as far as the Jamaica England thing goes, I actually see both sides of the argument, except it really depends on what you value more. And I had this conversation with my father years ago about I can't remember, it was one of the players. I don't want to say not Adebayo, but it was no, let's take the Williams brothers for example. Nico Williams, he plays for Spain, but his brother plays for Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So we had this conversation because as an African, we're Africans and we think to ourselves, okay, yes, it would be nice to not just have the likes of Mo Salah, Riyad Mahrez, and other few representatives of the Prem in playing in African tournaments like AFCON, right? We would want to see more. But at the same time, I did ask the question to my dad. I'm like, is it really bad for these players to choose European nations, considering Europe is more successful in the footballing sense? And he said to
Hmm.
me, like, this is what my dad said. He said, it depends on what you value more. Would you rather be a hero to to few or a character to many? And what he meant by that was, as Benny Shaw right now, she is a hero in Jamaica because she's
Yeah.
seen as like literally the player that put Jamaica on the map in terms of women's football, right? Like she's a hero. Whereas the likes of Taylor Hines, for example, given what the Lionesses have achieved already without her, like Euros, World Cup final, another Euros, how significant will she be when looking back 20, 30 years from now when it comes to women's football in England and the Lionesses? Probably not as impactful as she would be if she was playing for Jamaica, because a whole country would look at her and the likes of Bunny Shaw and think, oh my gosh, these are legends of the country. Like they would hold them to a
Hmm.
higher standard. Whereas even though Taylor Hines has a better opportunity of winning actual accolades, she's not going to have that same impact, or she's not going to touch the hearts of England fans as she would Jamaicans, if you understand what I'm saying. Like she would
Hmm.
be a hero in Jamaica, but in England, just based on the fact that you guys have already won everything. Well, not everything. You guys have a World Cup to win, but still, like you guys have already achieved so much success that her
Hmm.
contribution may not be seen as valuable.
I'm just saying now, one sec. What's happened there? Whoa, that's a painful one on the old full studs on your foot there.
Okay.
And them boots do not look thick at all.
Yeah, at least we're all good. It's all good. Okay. Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway, well, I saw a comment just now. Nico Williams is perfect for Spain, and they're not getting too much competition in Spain squad. Sad for sad. I mean, yeah, Rudy, I don't disagree with you there. Yes, it's so much more competitive in Europe. As much as you want to play for Europe, if it's so competitive, so you probably have a better chance having getting minutes in African nation teams as opposed to European teams. But again, Taylor Hines is in a situation where she has the option, like she actually had the choice to say, am I gonna try to win a spot and fight for a spot in England, or am I gonna just take up my position in Jamaica and touch the
Mm.
hearts of many, as opposed to like winning a lot of trophies, if that makes sense. So yeah, really, you're right. Like that's I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah. Also, Chris in the chat, if you're living in the UK or outside the US, Disney Plus. In the US, Paramount Plus to watch this game.
And if you're in South Africa,
The-
no way, because they're actually streaming the PSG Real Madrid game over this game. I'm watching this game from, oh my God. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you. Whoa. Oh, yo, Fox. Thank God. I thought the ref was going to tune her. Okay. Yeah. And if you're in South Africa, you can't watch this unless you have connections. Let me just say connections, because I don't know if this is
Mm.
legit.
Yeah, they're the words we use. You can accent.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Always.
But it's so
Really says, unpopular opinion, certain player, I will not mention, could be generational for Jamaica when gets called up.
yeah.
But it's, again, take that with a pinch of salt as well, because let's not forget there's a reason why he's now favouring playing for Jamaica. Nothing, something to do with his personal life for the last few years. No, and he knows he won't be accepted by the English faithful, basically, be it the fans or the media.
It's crazy that he's
Just
still
saying. Just point
playing in Champions League and like playing for Marseille. Like it's crazy to me.
some people have no morals. That's all I've got to say on that one. Hines also started off playing for England youth teams. There's that as well to add into the equation. It's not like he's played Jamaican youth all the way up the ranks, and then he's gone, fuck it, I'm off now. It's only it's a couple of friendlies. You could change their mind and decide actually I'd rather go full time in Jamaica next time round. Don't call me up, thank you. But people need to, either which way. Hopefully, I'm hoping obviously that I'm hoping she doesn't and she actually commits to England full time on a full time basis, because we do need to fill that void one way or the other when Lucy does retire.
Mm.
She's the best option, and she's versatile. She can play as we're seeing. She can play as a foul. She can play left back or right back. And I've got to say, Olivia Smith, again, Laura said it before, the passing's a lot better tonight so far. But Olivia Smith is looking a bit more herself compared to when you compare it to the last few games and the last few weeks since Matt Beard passed away, and how she dealt with that side of things.
Oh, come on. Where's the communication there?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch the Chelsea game. I'll be honest, so I don't even know. So I can't even give an opinion.
I watched a little bit of the Chelsea game. That pen was absolutely disgraceful. I can't believe it. Chelsea are
They
becoming.
need something.
Sorry?
They needed something to get the
Like,
scores
heaven
going.
hell. Oh, ref! Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you get. How far behind are you? I'm on 17. I'm literally about to hit the 18th minute. Go on.
Oh, I'm behind it. For the first time,
That's
I'm
so close.
behind by.
Mm.
Well, you're on the 18. I'm on 17. 17.
Literally, I've hit 8. The free kick will be taken dead on 18. You'll see it. I'm on 18, 17 now.
Oh, then I'm way behind. You see, this is what happens when your national
Actually,
broadcaster decides, the champions of Europe are surely not good enough to watch. Let's watch PSG.
not worthy.
Like
No,
champions? Like what?
Yeah,
no.
The time. So basically, the time on the scoreboard here is what I've got. Is where I'm at.
I can't even see, to be honest with you. 18 foot. Okay, I can see it now. Why is it in black? Why is it not like brighter? Oh, that was a brilliant free kick, though.
Because obviously the girls are wearing navy blue, so I got blue, and the only thing that looked right was the black writing. That looking up a bit too.
That was a decent free kick by Beth Mead, though.
By Mead, yeah.
Listen,
Just with all passing right before do the fancy passing. Yeah, focus on the basics, Laws. Let's focus on the basics. Get them sorted first before getting all fancy pantsy and all look at us, look at us.
this is like the first time I'm behind you guys. Oh my gosh. But to be honest, I feel better. Because that means I have no reason to like react as dramatically. Because like if you scream goal, then I'm prepared to experience.
We can go together. Yeah.
Yeah. Flipping hell, man.
Go on, Kaya. To Beth. Ball in. Fox. No one there. Oh, unlucky. We're looking a lot better. It's just the final moment at the moment. We need to straighten that out.
Chelsea are Pen FC, and it's crazy. Like, and here's the thing, right? If it was against Barcelona, or if they won like 4-0 against Barca, or not even Barca, like let's say Wolfsburg, right? If they won 4-0 against Wolfsburg, okay, fine, fair play. If they won 4-0 against flipping, okay, not Leon, because
Oh,
Leon is
unlucky.
hectic, but you get what I mean. They drew to 20 and they flipping won 4-0 against Paris FC, and these fans, oh my word, like I can't believe the audacity of some of them. It's like, where's your Champions League, bro? Like the number of
Oh yeah,
the number of posts that I've
got,
seen in the last like 2 years saying, oh, Chelsea are the favorites, Chelsea are the favorites. They've been the favorites for like 2 years and nothing happened. Like ever since they reached the final against Barca the first time, people were saying, "Oh, they're favorites. They're gonna win it next year, or the year after, or the year after." Like, are you kidding me? Stop it! Stop it!
I've got a few nibbles today because there was one post that was like taking the piss out of Arsenal, was like of the girls and all that. Obviously, because obviously Chelsea won yesterday. That show like basically on the lines of along the lines of tag Arsenal fans in this, showing the Arsenal 3, but Paris FC 3 when we lost on all that a couple of years back. I'll give the quote to it of with the girls winning the Champions League. Like, what about basically? You know what? I'll show you one. I'll get it up on.
I think I saw that. I saw one of them. They
Yeah, I've got a few nibbles from a few Chelsea fans. Put it that way.
yeah.
And so yeah. Oh, by the way, the three thing. And I read. Oh, by the way, with the two, and obviously 2 stars Champions League, with a picture of the girls left in the Champions League. And it got a quote tweeted response back of your men's team is just a small team, by the way. We're going from talking about the women's team to because you couldn't win that argument. You went, oh, the men's team.
Yeah. So you bring up
I went factually not. I went factually not true. We're the third most successful team. Oh bloody hell! Get back! Well done, Daphne. We're the third most successful team in England and all that malarkey for league, FA Cup, league cups collectively, and all that. Only teams that are above us are United and Liverpool. And the response I got back from that was blah blah blah. From that one, there was another one trying to debunk, basically, according to him, anything that happened before women's football went professional doesn't count. So the Arsenal squad in 2007, the Champions League and all that doesn't count because it wasn't professional enough. I was like, you taking the piss?
No, but we need to actually call out the WSL for that because, like, what is up with that? Like, what benefit do they have with erasing history? It makes no sense. Like, if the Premier League were to do that, right? To say, oh, all these, because the Premier League only started in 1996, right? But top division English football was still
92. Premier League is 92.
Sorry?
Premier League started in 92.
Oh, 92, my bad. In 92. And it's like, okay, if that's the case, then it's United that has the most with 13 and Liverpool only have 2. Like, but no, we count the 20 because just because everybody else didn't catch up, that doesn't diminish the achievements that Liverpool had back in the day. It doesn't diminish the achievements that Wolverhampton had the other. I learned like a while ago that if you look back into the history, Wolverhampton was a huge team. I'm thinking to myself, wow, they have like a good history of silverware. But nobody's like disregarding that and saying, oh, it didn't count because it was in the 30s and the 40s. Like, no, it was won during the time English top tier football still existed. Like, you can't just and again, I go back to the question: what benefit does the WSL have to just say, "Oh no, Chelsea have won the most because the WSL only started in 2000 and some"? What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what do you benefit from that? Like, what do you honestly benefit
Stress down.
from from trying to? It's so weird. I feel like I feel like making a video on it, but then I also want to touch on the topic of okay, this is just a theory. It's a working theory. But I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Barcelona are trying to write the history of today.
In their favour, yeah.
And you get what I mean in the sense that we know today, we know that Aitana Bonmati's Ballon d'Or was a sham. But 20 years from now, they're gonna look back at that picture, that manufactured picture of Iniesta handing a Ballon d'Or to Aitana
Yeah.
Bonmati, and they're gonna look at that and say, "Oh, this was the peak of women's football. This was the
Mm.
moment where women's football reached its peak because the iconic Iniesta gave a Ballon d'Or to Bonmati, similar to when Pep Guardiola handed Messi his Ballon d'Or. That
Yeah.
I was trying to think to myself, like, why would France football risk the credibility by just giving the Ballon d'Or to Bonmati? Like, if you gave it to Caldente or Russo, there would be very minimal pushback because realistically speaking, Alessia Russo won the most important trophies. Yes, she didn't win a treble, she didn't win that, but she won the most important trophies this season. And Caldente has been, nobody can deny the contributions that she made. Like, wow, Gab, wow. Anyway,
I'm gonna get to that in a sec. I'll let you finish. I'll get to that in a sec because I'm letting them put the vods out in terms of I think they're gonna get away with it. But go on.
yeah, but what I'm trying to say is they're trying to manufacture a universe where women's football, the same way it is for the men's side, like there's this narrative that Real Madrid and Barcelona made what football is today. And that's why Real Madrid have 15 Champions Leagues and, football culture is embedded in Spain. Like that's the peak of football. When realistically, if you actually watch those games from the 50s and the 60s, you see the nonsense that these referees were on, giving Real Madrid random penalties. And it's funny because it's not that different today, right? And so I feel like it's the same thing with the women's side. They're trying to manufacture today's history so that 10, 20 years from now, kids are going to be like, oh, man, I really wish I lived in that era where women's football was at its peak because of the likes of Bonmati and Alexia Putellas. When, as we are living in it right now, we're like, absolutely not. That's not true, even in the slightest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we are going to be the only ones who can testify to the sham, to this narrative. Yeah, that's basically it.
Talking of shams, Gavin Ruddy in the chat. First off, because of your stupid comments and idiocy, my words out. You're on the list, basically.
You just made the list!
Again. Oh, unlucky. Right, firstly, the whole it was rebranded, it was branded and all that, a different competition. It wasn't branded as a Cup Winners' Cup, by the way, Gav. Just to be clear, it was branded as the UEFA Cup. UEFA. And then UEFA, about 3 or 4 years later, decided to rebrand to keep it up modern because it was obviously even then when it was known as the UEFA Cup was the only and the main competition in women's sport for European football. So they decided we're going to rebrand and make it and name it like we do the men, the Champions League. And they even acknowledge it to this day. They acknowledge all the accomplishments of when it was branded as UEFA Cup, as if it was Champions League. when they do the opening credits, the list of teams that have won the competition, the year they won it, etc., etc. And you'll notice we're on that twice now, my friend. 2007, they acknowledged that, and obviously now 2025. Lucky Lotta, nearly 1-0. Lotta with the header, almost. But you want to go on that narrative, it doesn't count. It's a fake one. Statistically and factually, you're wrong, because factually, UEFA and everyone else in the world acknowledges it as a Champions League. It's a Champions League trophy. Yeah, to be honest, and look, just because your team can't ever do it professionally in the professional we are now or previous, so Ryan, it's separate entities. So one, it's not. Though that's the thing. It's factually
No,
you're factually wrong.
just because you change the name doesn't make it
just because your team can't ever win it, doesn't want to win it because I'd rather lose to Barcelona every fucking time, doesn't mean what the facts are. The facts are we are two-time Champions League winners, European champions. We have 2 stars. You have none in your women's team. And the whole point of my point before about the debate of the rods I put out earlier, because the conversations that I was looking at, guys, was referring to the women's game, Arsenal women, not Arsenal in general, Arsenal women. Hence why I went back with the response I went back with. If you don't like that, email your Chelsea team to get their head out their asses and actually try and win the fucking thing for once.
Oh no, they just might, Ryan. They just might if they get a penalty every single game like they have in the first 2. Like I swear to you, they get another penalty.
They won't when they play Barca. They won't when they play Barca. That's not going to happen. We all know that's not going to happen.
Oh no, they will get a penalty.
Barca will get a penalty.
No, they'll get a penalty against Barca. In fact, they'll score 2 penalties, but they'll still lose 8-2. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. Barca will score 3 goals. They'll get 2 penalties, and then Barca will score 5 more. So it's fine. It's all good. They're still going to get a pen, but they're just not going to win. Like that is what it is.
Mike's in the chat as well. Mike Cameron said WSL and the English FA are trying to make a distinction between before professional age of women's football and after it become professional.
No, again,
too right. Fucking
I don't like
back in May when Chelsea season ended, all they did was Chelsea the first. No, it's factually the first team to go undefeated in the league alone, not just in all domestic comps, in the league alone in a single season was Arsenal in 2007, like it or not.
No, the thing I don't understand, Ryan, is when they say, oh, we need to look at the difference between professional and non-professional. You're basically saying that, because I heard somebody say something like, oh, but back then there were only like 4 or 5 teams competing, so it doesn't count. It's like, again, it's not.
We're playing amateurs.
And again,
that was the one I had.
Chelsea was there, by the way. Chelsea existed at the same, more or less the same time we were professional, right? So Chelsea have no excuse. And I think Aston Villa was also competing as well. You're basically saying that because these clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, Aston Villa took women's football seriously and tried to form and pioneer the women's game, because all the other teams didn't catch up to that and didn't care. Therefore,
even Fulham, even Fulham at the time. I remember when I was in the secondary school over in the UK, but year 8, year 9, Fulham had a 2-year period where they were competing.
Exactly, it's like
so because it was professional guys. We can't acknowledge it because it's not professional.
Yeah, but then again, it was. You're saying, okay, because other teams didn't take it as seriously as these teams that invested in the women's game, we're not going to consider any accomplishments that they had because nobody else was doing it. And so it doesn't count. It wasn't really competitive. It's like, no. Like, Arsenal took women's football seriously from the beginning, and that's why they had the accolades that they did. If other teams were as passionate, they too would be reaping the benefits today. And I even look at Liverpool right now, who I believe, to be honest with you, as someone who despises Liverpool, I am shocked at the lack of backing the women's team have. It's like, I understand that I don't want to get into the whole pay debates and whatever, but like realistically, this club spent like 100 and something mil on Alexander Isak. You're telling me they couldn't just give like not even $1 million, maybe $500,000 to Gareth Taylor so he could, wow, so he could strengthen his
Okay.
squad to give his team a better shot at fighting for their spot in this league. Like, it's baffling to me. Like, Liverpool should be at least a mid-table team. They should be a respectable force. But because that club clearly doesn't take the women's side as seriously as the rest of us, that's why they are where they are. So as much as I dislike Gareth Taylor, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? It's not entirely his fault. This club clearly doesn't care about women's football as much as they say they do. And so, no, Catherine, Liverpool do it
No.
Olivia Smith's money. Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. But still, like,
No wonder they're who they are.
like, no, honestly, it's so frustrating. Again, even if there were 5 teams, those 5 teams or 4 teams or however many teams they were back then, they were competing because they were taking it seriously. They were competing amongst themselves to see who was the best of the best at the time. And again, that was considered top flight football. So you don't just say, oh, because nobody else was doing it, then it doesn't count. Like, no, that doesn't make any damn sense. What do you mean? And I'm surprised that the likes of Sanderson and Farah Williams and them don't speak up about it more. Because, and also Asante as well, because it's like you are co-hosting and co-presenting on like the WSL shows, right? The pundit shows that they're having now. And you constantly sit there and listen to the same group pretty much just wash over the things that you worked so hard to achieve. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I was a legend and I kept hearing every single year, oh, Chelsea have won the most titles. Chelsea, they've won the treble. They've done the impossible. It's like, excuse me, I did the exact same. In fact, I did better. Like in 2007. What are you talking about? I would be saying that all the time. But these ex legends, they're not saying that. It's so weird. And are you kidding me? Does Beth not score from here? No.
Of course.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. We're looking good in terms of passing, but it's just that final moment and final third, we just keep lacking. We've said that before this season.
I was actually thinking to myself, as I saw her charging forward, as I saw Bethany charging forward, I was like, Ryan hasn't reacted at all. So are we really not going to score here? And I got my answer shortly after. Damn it. But yeah. Flipping hell. So my aunt. Now, Aggie isn't playing now, is she, Rudy? Is she?
So again, Rudy, where was Aggie all summer for the Euros? Oh, that's right, on the bench watching a 17-year-old upstage and score big goals to get us to the final. Sorry, just saying. Oh, and she's an Arsenal player on loan at Brighton still. Just saying.
Yeah, but even then,
who's only meant to be there for the experience, but actually got more minutes than your Aggie Beaver Jones. Just saying.
I watched the Man United game, and there were so many chances that she missed. I was shocked. I was like, bro, Aggie, I actually rate her as a player, to be honest with you. Like, as that's me taking off my rival hat, right? Like, as an Arsenal fan, I despise her. I want nothing to do with her. I hope she falls and drowns and never reaches her destination. But as like being unbiased, like I actually rate her as a player. She's talented. But those chances at Man United, I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Her decision making in the final third was just abysmal. I couldn't believe it. That was a shocking performance. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, and even now, the Chelsea, she didn't score against Chelsea in this game, did she? No, she didn't.
I don't think so.
It was Baltimore with the pen, Alyssa Thompson, Cuthbert, and
Sam Kerr.
No, Kerr's goal was given to Cuthbert because she had the last touch somehow,
Oh, okay. Let's have a look.
and it was Kane.
Here we go. Well, yeah, Baltimore, Conrad,
Conrad.
Alicia Thompson.
Yeah. So Cuthbert stole Kerr's goal. It was so funny, actually. But and I literally went to sleep after the Cuthbert thing because I was like, oh, I have a long day at work. I'm really not gonna sit here and watch like Chelsea fans
Right.
having a whole Joel session. Like, no, ew.
Also, Gav, you're saying again, history lesson here, Gav. Quickly, last season, how did Arsenal start last season, and how did we end it? Just saying. So don't get ahead of yourself.
Maybe that's what we need, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is about this
What a
club.
save! What a save, Daphne.
I don't know what it is about this club, but like we always thrive when we're not under pressure. Like we prefer when people doubt us. We prefer when people don't see us as a threat because that's when we just perform the most. Like I don't understand. As soon as the spotlight is on us, we're like, no, no. Focus your attention on Chelsea and Barca. Leave us alone. We're not doing anything. We're just vibing, and then we win stuff because we try to convince people that we're not a threat and we're fine. Like it's weird. I don't understand it. G is at the game, right? She's
Yeah, G's at the game. Yeah.
flipping hell. How the other half lives? Oh my word.
Yeah, G and George are both at the game.
Yo, I just saw. Okay, I'm way behind because I only just saw Daphne say.
Yeah, the player down in the bit. You'll win the Subway Cup if you're lucky. Okay, keep getting cocky. You did this last year, and yeah, you wanted the unbeaten treble or whatever. But isn't it more damning that your treble got outshone by our Champions League? So keep going, keep digging yourself a hole.
No, but to be fair, I still maintain that we should win the Subway Cup and the FA Cup at least.
Well, and by the way, Ruddy, don't forget the Club World Cup. Basically, that's gonna be hosted in London. We ain't got a trophy for that in February.
Is that not a handball?
Don't forget that one. So we will be world champions, by the way, one way or the other, come February. Just saying. Then what's the excuse going to be when we're world champions? What's the excuse going to be then?
Do we care about that though, right?
I care about it as world champions. It pisses them off because not only do they still not won a Champions League, it's the inaugural. It's the first ever Women's World Club Cup. So we were the first ever world champions.
I don't know, because to be honest with you, like I look at the Men's Club World Cup and I'm like, I didn't care about that. Like I wasn't bothered at all. Like even if it wasn't Chelsea that won it, even if it was like Real Madrid or whatever. In my head, I'm thinking,
Gav,
I don't want to waste time participating in that. Like, but from the women's side, it's different because it's like it's just another thing that elevates women's football. So I understand the significance in that. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I don't want more competitions. I just want more matches. I want more games. Like, add more teams to the league and add another round in the Champions League. That's what I want. As far as Club World Cups is concerned, I don't know. I'm not really. It's just not something that I found attractive. Like,
whereas again, as I say, it's the inaugural in terms of the club. It's the women's version of the Club World Cup, which is going to be for us anyway, because we're European champions. We entered the semi-final stage,
Mm.
so we only play 2 games potentially.
And that's another thing.
Because
that's another thing. 20 years from now, maybe not even 20, 10 years from now, they'll say, even if we do win it, right? They'll say, no, that doesn't count. You only played 2 games. Everybody else had to play like 5, 6, 7 games. You only played 2, so it doesn't count. Do you see what I mean?
Okay,
like,
now I've got to go back to them, especially if it's judgments. Okay, all these Subway Cups and League Cups you've won, they don't count because you only entered the Final Four as well,
yeah.
so they don't really count either. Damn it!
What?
You will lose to Gotham FC. No, we won't. We won't. Trust me, we won't. It'll probably be Arsenal Gotham in the final, depending on the draw. But in terms of the teams playing in it, there's still spots available to be confirmed. Hence why they haven't confirmed the whole setup yet. Basically, barring the actual last 4 games of the semi-finals and the final itself being played in London. That's all they've confirmed. That side of things. So the teams that are already there can prepare, and we don't have to travel. So fantastic.
How did you not freak out when this ref gave a goal kick when it should have been a corner? Like, I'm surprised you never said anything.
No, because there was a player down at one point getting treatment, so I didn't really pay attention while they were getting the treatment. How this is 0-0 is beyond me, by the way.
This is the only 0-0 game. How did you not freak
I
out?
think there's teams. Oh. Hi, Catherine.
Wait, hold on. I can't hear. What the hell? Give me a moment,
Were you
please.
listening before you came on?
Oh wait, no, I hear you.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Couldn't hear for a hot second.
Oh, dear. Come on, can we get a goal? During 2 minutes of injury time, by the way. Can we get a goal, please? All this possession. Could you do something, for fuck's sake?
Yeah, like, honestly, we looked sharp. There were only like 2 moments where I felt nervous, and I feel like we're going to waste it and concede first, and then our confidence is shut down. Like, come on, bro. It's like, give some end product, for goodness sake.
And the reason, and also, yeah, and Gav, the reason why I'm not going back there, because we've spoke about this already. We spoke about this last week. I'm not going to repeat myself every show just for to suit your narrative.
Oh,
Gary.
Hi,
Because
Gary.
you're hardly pulling up trees yourself, Chelsea. Chelsea hardly. Let's be honest. Barring yesterday, and even in terms of scoreline, performances aren't exactly all there at the moment, especially in the WSL. You're really just grinding away, just getting at the result one way or the other. With a little bit of help, maybe, but your performances aren't exactly there either. So let's not go there about performances and how we're playing and all that, because you're not, as the treble winners, looking all that either. And a better Man United with a better attack would have punished you a few weeks ago. Got a corner here though, Cooney cross. Sorry, go on, Catherine.
Oh no, Chelsea scored 3 goals against Villa but conceded 1, and scored 4 goals against 10 women West Ham. Well, technically 3 against 11, and a 4th goal came 30 minutes later, or not 30 minutes, 50 minutes later. But the fact that you could score 3 goals against 11 women, but couldn't score more than 1 more than 60 minutes later against 10. But otherwise, against it was a 1 goal win against City. You drew against United and scraped by 1 goal against Spurs, which are shockingly good so far this season. But that just shows you that against, gonna be saying it, top half of the table teams, you're scraping by. And not to mention, yeah, Arsenal lost last week in the Champions League, but it was against the 8-time champions of Europe. So, oh wait, no, sorry, we don't count all 8 of those. I think only 6 of them get counted. So I'd have to go back and check that, but you drew to FC20, so
yeah,
let me look at my history of winners here and see. Oh no, I take that back. Yeah, Leon are true 8-time UEFA Women's Champions League winners.
But
if anyone happens to play Frankfurt, technically they've only Frankfurt or no, yeah, just Frankfurt. They are technically 4-time Champions League winner, or sorry, 4-time European champions. But according to Gavin Rudy, it's only one.
The thing is, they wouldn't have this energy if they'd won one of these before the Champions League got reformatted into the Champions League. They wouldn't have this energy. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Any women's team surprised in WSL so far? Really says London City 9S says. I wouldn't say surprised because the money they've spent, they should be pushing where in terms of mid-table into the top half of the table. It's just taking a bit longer to get there.
I would say yes, I can hear you through the TV, but that would actually require me to have the volume on.
Well, you could have had the volume on, let's be honest, until you came on, yeah. Gee, while you're there as well, because I don't know if you were here when I asked earlier, is the turnout majority Arsenal fans, or is it a bit of an even playing field with the locals? I wasn't watching women's football back then. It's not my fucking problem, is it, though? It's not my fault.
No, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, no one was watching women's football back then.
Mm-hmm. I mean, literally in 2007, like in the ball, when that
always got you with the stat.
We won the Champions League. Like 200 or 300 people like 200-300 people literally at Bournemouth, if that. Compared to nowadays, anyway.
You would be. I mean, based off of your logic, what is it? Umeå, the Swedish club, they've never won a European championship. FCR Duisburg has not won any. Potsdam has only won one. Because, I mean, you have Frankfurt won the very first one. Umeå then won the next 2 years. Potsdam won in 2005. Frankfurt won their second in 2006. Arsenal in 2007. Frankfurt won their third in the 2007-2008 season. Duisburg, another German club, they won it in 2008-2009. That is the end of the UEFA Women's Cup competition. Rebrand happened in the 2009-10 season, where then Potsdam went on to win their second. And it is clearly marked, even on the UEFA site, that it is their second of the UEFA Women's Champions League. So still UEFA run, UEFA backed. I mean, it's no different than, Premier League getting renamed. It's the same type of competition, just different name, or even a different sponsor who's backing all the prize money and all of that shit. So know your facts, learn your facts, trust them, because guess what? They're facts. It's like saying that my hair is not brown, light brown. It's a fact. Or that I'll say, this wall is gray. It's a fact. It's gray. Unlike Pinky's wall, that's up for debate. But, trying to dispute something that is factually and historically correct just makes you look like... And there's lots of those already out in the world. And this is simple stuff. Well, I was trying to differentiate between what you and Rudy were talking about as, being allowed as to what counts as a European championship. But yes, Wolfsburg, they won in back-to-back 2012-13 and 2013-14 season. They've only won two. Frankfurt then went on to win their fourth in 2014-2015 season. Lyon won their first in 2010, held it again in the 2011-12 season, and then they went 3-7, 2015 to 2019. Then that's the 2020-2021 season is when Chelsea beat Lyon to make it to the final and then got thumped by Barcelona.
Yep.
I think that was that one.
Yeah, would have been their coach as well.
Yep. So then.
MLA, yeah.
Oh wait, no. PSG beat Lyon, and then Barcelona beat PSG. Chelsea's route to there was they played Benfica, beat Benfica, played Atletico, then played Wolfsburg, then played Bayern Munich, made it to the final by beating Bayern Munich, lost 4-0 to Barcelona. Then the following year, Barcelona versus Lyon final, Lyon won, and then Barcelona won the next 2 years to then Arsenal.
Anyway, Gary's joined us as well for the second half.
Hello,
Gary?
yeah, Ryan. Hello, Catherine. Everybody in the chat. Yeah.
The first half could have been better. I also could have watched it more, but work got in the way. But
yeah, they look lost out there. Yeah, I mean, anytime they get into the final third and it's like they have an opportunity to shoot, they hesitate just enough to let the defense collapse on them, and it's any opportunities lost. I was just thinking to myself as I was just about to join, I was like, last season they had nothing to lose. Now they look like a team that has something to lose, and they don't know how to hold on to it and actually fight the same way they did last year. Last year, it didn't matter what they did. Anything they did was going to be a bonus, right? Kind of playing with house money. Now they're playing like they got something to lose, and it doesn't look right. The football doesn't look right. I mean, Benfica's getting nothing out of this game, and it only happens when little mistakes are made. I mean, any cleaner passes in the final third, and the game should be over. But the passes are either off, or the opportunities are lost, and they're lost because either they don't take the shot or they just hold on to the ball just too long. Just like I said, just hesitate.
Yeah, Arsenal have gotten 5 shots off, none on target. Benfica have gotten 5 shots, 2 on target.
Yeah, well, they're not getting them off the target because by the time they take a shot, the defenders collapsed on them. It's they don't take the shot first time. They kind of, I don't know what they're waiting for. They're waiting for an invite to take the shot.
I was going to say, they're waiting for permission.
And it's like just like I said, I just think they don't look like a team that's trying to win a game. I don't know what you guys see, but it doesn't look like they're trying to win this game. They look like they're just, I don't know, kind of going through the motions and just going out there playing some, trying to play some football as opposed to trying to win a game. Don't know if that's from the manager, the players being off, whatever. It's a combination of everything. And once again, like Russo is starting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, when's the last time you heard Russo's name with the ball at her feet in the box? I feel like I've not heard it enough. Where and I'll keep saying it until the cows come home. Essentially, you have one of the top players with the ball at her feet in the box, and you can't find a way to get the ball to her. And like, there's no reason why she should have come off her pitch. She's not really done much. Like, you need to give her an opportunity, give her, and I don't feel like she has gotten that opportunity. It's yucky. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. Just not good football. Not good football. I don't know. Yuck. Yeah. And they should have more shots. They should. They have no saves from the goalkeeper, meaning that the shots haven't even made it to the goalkeeper. And that's, I mean, the one long shot that I saw from the one free kick from Mead, that's as close as we've gotten to scoring, and that missed. So I don't know. It does. Like I said, something doesn't look right, and I don't know if it's. I mean, it's gonna. I guess we're gonna start with the manager and go from there. But this team needs to look like they're trying to win the game as opposed to get into the final third and just kind of lose their mind as to what to do next. Yeah. I don't know what you guys have said since you've been watching this, but it doesn't look good, and doesn't look good. I mean, I think they got the right players out there. I mean, just it's almost like they don't. It's almost like they haven't practiced any of this. You know what I mean? And it's like they're seeing all of this for the first time. And it's like what do they do all week? Like in preparation for this game, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're seeing the same stuff over and over again, but the same stuff keeps happening over and over again. The games look all the same. When are we going to score? Do we look like we're going to score a goal?
It hasn't looked like it yet.
We do until we get to the final third. As soon as we get to the final third, as you say, we just go, oh, what do we do? It's just, yeah. So it's got to kick and it's got to give soon because, we can't afford to drop points.
Yeah. So like I said, I mean, if you're gonna have Russo out there, then one of the primary objectives has to be either she has to come back and get the ball, or they have to get her the ball. One of the two. If she's not going to be able to, if they can't get her the ball because they're collapsing on her or whatever, then she has to go get it. At least she gets touches and maybe something good will happen from it. But her not getting anything out of the game is, makes it easy to switch her out. But why would you do that? You're just hurting yourself, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And Gav, the formation hasn't changed at all. I don't think tactically we've changed anything.
Well, from last season we weren't playing with a double pivot. The only game in which we did that was the final.
Yeah,
and it worked because playing a team like Barcelona requires that extra help. And then it's like, okay, well, it worked against them, so I guess now it works against. We can make it work against everyone else. Well, we don't have the midfielders to play a double pivot. We have the number of midfielders, we just don't have them playing in the positions that they should be playing in. If we play a double pivot, which it's clearly not working. So it's a one-off formation. So just go back to what it was. Or if you are going to play in that formation, then make sure you have the right players to play in that formation.
Yeah, teams are back, or our girls are back out. There's no subs being made, so it's the same 11. Basically, another 10, 15, and basically get their head at their asses or else.
Oh, someone is saying Stina and Kelly now. Oh, they're wanting Stina and Chloe Kelly to come on now.
Laura just said George has just said they got a police escort to the stadium, and police are standing near the Arsenal fans with riot gear on.
Yep, that's
sounds a bit like Europeans policing. It comes to
the celebration police.
Yeah, well, basically, all thanks to Liverpool back in the 80s. If you know, English fans get treated like scumbags, basically. Do they? Yeah, they clearly do it. Again, they do profane here to defend themselves, but it's all down to them. Oh, 1 sec. Second half is underway. There'll be a few seconds beyond the clock. Apologies for that, but yeah, underway. Girls after an update. Let's say that. Giving the ball away, get the Russo, go on, pass it, pass. That's pass.
Yeah, anytime we pass backwards, I'm just like, nah. I mean, you get the ball in that area of the pitch, you should be going towards the goal. There's nobody there. Like, we just passed it back to, a worse position.
Doesn't seem like George is impressed in Lisbon. What called to Laura?
Mm.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
You know, some divine events would be fantastic, Ref. I give free kicks that meant to be free kicks and not just stand there and watch the ball.
Oh,
Sounds about
come on,
right.
put your foot
Sounds
through it.
about- Oh, for the love of
They
days.
don't even look like they want to try to take a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're standing in the box with the ball falling in your feet. Let it fly. And then like that shot. Oh my gosh.
Oh, for God's
I mean,
sake.
after all that, and then that's the shot you're gonna
No.
take. Come on, Little's got to know better than that. I
Yeah.
mean,
European champions, girls, we're European champions. Can we play like it, please? Just not scared. The ball comes, as you say, they're in the box. The ball comes to them. They're like, oh, don't want that. You have it. No, you have it. No, you have it. Oh, dear. Oh, Steph's holding her hamstring. That ain't good. Yes, he's feeling her hamstring at the moment. Doesn't look good.
It's really not good if the center back that we have on the bench is Laia Codina, who hasn't played at all this season yet because Katie Reed has a slight tight groin injury, and you don't want to mess with that. Otherwise, could be out for a lot longer than just a single game, maybe two. So could be a.
no. I mean, I don't think she was expected to play as much as she has. You know,
Yeah.
and so she might, it's like, you see it with the men. There's a young players on there that were like, when do they get to play? And it's like maybe they're not ready to play and put themselves under that much pressure. So, I don't think they were expected to have to depend on her as much as they've had to. They want to foul for like jumping on on our player's back. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You like
Pretty
jump on
much.
the player's back and then you go what, and then they fall over. Like they they are just falling over anytime they initiate the contact.
And let me roll around for extra effects, but that's not going to
Yeah.
call it.
Ball on target. What is
Yeah.
up with that? Come on. Was that?
Oh,
And like and nobody's even thinking about. Oh, come on! A cross comes
Oh.
in and they're just standing there. Nobody's running towards the goal.
Russo might have gotten her head on it, but then Beth was just like,
Both
I
of them
thought that
have
was
to
going
attack
in,
the
and I'm just
ball,
going to watch
though,
it
right?
just completely go all the way out.
Oh man, she did not get hit in
No,
the face.
Bayern.
Come on.
It's Leon and Bayern.
Yeah, Benfica aren't meant to be a tough team. We're just making it look tough. Leon and Bayern are toughies.
Should be.
And yeah, and our next Champions League game is away to Bayern. So for the girls,
Sandwiched between,
After-
what is it, Chelsea and City or something like that?
something
Or
like that.
Chelsea and Tottenham.
Between Chelsea at home and Tottenham away.
Yeah.
You did not get elbowed
Yeah,
in the
Benfica.
face.
Yeah.
Come on.
And she was rolling on the ground for 5 minutes, like,
There's
stop the
literally
play.
going, ref, what, ref, oh, oh. Like if you're that hurt, you don't roll around going ref with your arm in the air while swollen on the floor. Corner anyway, so we can do this.
Nobody's able to get through it.
Oh, for the love of days. Soft and pathetic.
I don't know where that ball is going. Oh, jeez. Me, that was a little too easy. If that's a yellow, that would be a terrible yellow. But you kind of just didn't need to do that at all.
Asking for it, yeah. No.
Coming up from behind a player.
Ryan, have you had new Iron Brew flavours? I have not. No, not new ones. No, Iron Brew and Iron Brew alone. I do have it. What are we missing? That what is different? Killer instincts, belief in the final third, basically.
Creativity. It's not that our players lack creativity, but it's like when they get the ball, they're like, "What is this? What do I do with it?"
Collect it. Well done,
Yep.
Daphne.
Turn up pitch. Let's go.
Shoot
Go,
it
go,
out.
go, go,
There
go.
it is.
Love guys.
It's like I don't want to get into the final third. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go as wide as I can, and then like there's no movement anyway, so it's like like they don't. I don't think we have any players that are just gonna dribble right by them, except for Olivia Smith and.
Not
I've seen-
anymore. Seems like that's what we're afraid to do this season. Foul. Throw in.
I mean, she's gonna let him play. I guess as long as it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this game is so boring. She's like, if I keep calling fouls, well, the game will never end. I mean, it's both ways. I mean, Benfica's getting nothing, and we look like, and then Arsenal looks like, oh, you know what? Since you're not getting anything out of it because our defense is better than yours, guess what? We'll even the score, and we won't play we won't play with our attack.
None of us get why. We don't get it. This is where you miss Viv. I've been saying for the longest.
I don't think it's that. But okay.
Like I said,
It's
I'm
like
gonna say
the reason why like they're saying that the reason why, Viv was like pretty much don't renew my contract is because she already knew that Mariona was going to be coming in and would be playing, should have been playing, or should be now playing in that creative 10 role. So,
I keep pushing her
because
back.
if you're going to have Russo as your striker instead of Viv, then that's going to put Viv down to the 10, which is exactly what she's doing for City, is not playing as a striker but as the 10. So if the club pretty much already knew that Mariona was going to be coming in, then and Viv knew that, then okay, I'll either be on the bench behind her not playing at all, or I'll go to a club that will play me. And that's exactly what she did.
Well, if you got Russo and you're trying to play as a striker, then we're doing a terrible job of that.
This season, yeah.
Even last season, I think she deserved.
Last season was better than whatever this.
Well, no, I know, but that wasn't even good, and it's gotten worse. So we went from like not, in my eyes, not playing there, playing to like based on where she'd come from, and they came to Arsenal, and it didn't look, like I think we're better, and he doesn't even look like it. You know, I got an alert.
The
But
betting
I
apps have
didn't see it.
spoken,
You didn't
folks.
see anything, but you didn't see anything yet. Why you put your hands
I
down?
haven't
You didn't
seen
even
it.
see it. You can't put your hands
Give
up.
it 20 seconds. Give it
No,
20
I know,
seconds.
but you didn't see it. You can't put your
Give
hands
it 20
down.
seconds,
Give it
folks.
some-
That is terrible,
From,
terrible.
from,
You didn't even see
there
it.
we go. There we go. There we go. There we
Is it
go.
an
There
own
we go.
goal?
There we go.
It's an own goal. Look,
Nope,
we
nope,
just
nope,
scored
nope,
again.
Hey!
That was a
What?
blunder and a half.
Got there. It happened.
That was
You
a
know
blunder
what?
and a half.
It was
I
more
like
of a
this
mistake
game
on
plan.
Benfica's
You know what?
part,
We
but you
just keep
take
giving
it.
them the
Come on.
ball. Maybe they'll score for us because we're not doing it.
Yeah.
That
They're-
is one
they're
of the
sisters.
ugliest own goals you ever see. Like they just kicked it into their own goal.
I
There's
saw
George. It's a St.
George.
George. Yeah, it's a St. George. Yeah.
I was looking for him. I'm like, who's out there?
Oh
Who can I
gosh,
see?
that was terrible. They
Mido.
gave it to
Mido.
Bethany
Own goal,
Mead. They did
own
give it
goal.
to her. How did they give it to her? I thought did it
No,
not come
they.
up?
No, she swings a leg at it in the last second.
That ball was going into goal.
I think that came off an orange boot, not a yellow one. But you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
don't think
A goal
it
is
came
at
off.
this point. A goal is a
I'm
goal.
not going to take it away from me, but I don't think she scores that. She's facing the wrong way
you
for
also
it to
get
be
away.
okay. It's called an on
Yeah,
goal.
they gave it as a.
Yeah,
It's
same.
an own
Facing
goal.
away from the goal. If
Yeah.
she was facing towards goal, I would give it to her, but nah.
Yeah, even though it's like she got a toe to that.
You know what? A goal is a goal. I will take it.
Ugh. Wow.
You understand that?
Maybe that will open the floodgates, right? And maybe they think, you know what, they've seen the ball go in the net. Maybe they'll try it themselves this time. Oh, come on! Can't lose that ball there. Is it Beth Mead lost that ball? Ooh, nice pressure on the goalkeeper. I like that. I think that's
There we go. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see.
I think that's Mariana, right?
No, it was Olivia Smith.
Oh, okay. You're right. Okay.
Yeah,
On my
yeah,
screen.
there's
That's
a-
why I'm
yeah.
like, I thought she was going back to me.
Oh, here we go. Chloe, Kelly, and Stina coming.
You know
on.
what? Please do not
Oh, getting
take
ready,
off
Getting ready.
Smith and Russo. Please don't.
So the Arsenal app and Sky Sports are giving the goal to Beth Mead currently, but that might change.
On
I'll
the
keep you
screen
updated
it
on
said
that.
Well,
it's
yeah, the screen gave it.
Oh no. You wait for yourself. Yeah, no,
Ooh.
you wait for it.
PSG have gotten a
Maybe.
goal back. They're
If
now
we're doing,
down 2-1.
oh man,
Ugh.
come on, keep attacking. They have a player down. No, ugh.
The ball hurt her back, so she has to go down.
That's not even a reason to stop the
It's a
game,
play
is
that
it?
It's a play that blocked the ball with her back.
Yeah, all right.
Medical team. Here we
So
go.
to Rudy's comment, yes, Arsenal's goals have been scrappy as hell these past few games.
Ooh,
There's
Kyra Kunikos is off.
and Mead
Kyra Kunikos is off for Stina.
Mead is off for Kelly.
And Mead is off. All right, you know what? I'm going to take that because that means that looks a little bit more ambitious. Like we're going to try to get another goal.
Yeah. But the thing with Arsenal getting their scrappy goals is that
That was not a
entirety of
scrappy
the
goal.
media
That was
is
a gift.
also like they're scrappy goals. You know, Arsenal didn't really deserve that goal or whatever it happens to be. But when Chelsea scrape by 1-0 against Spurs or scraping like any of their
you know
scrappy,
why though?
or
You know,
even
when
their
you win,
draw
when
against
you win
20.
as many
Well, that's
trophies
what
as they do,
champions
they're going to get the
do.
benefit of the doubt. It's not even. I don't. That's why it's. I don't even want to compare. No, I'm not comparing us to Chelsea, right? I mean, they've won how many now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to give them
all of the
everything.
pundits have said about Chelsea and their scrappy, one goals or oh well they conceded and like they're the champions. What the champions do is they find a way to win. It's the same shit that they pull with the men's side in Liverpool and City. Well, they find a way to win, and it's all well. Arsenal, do they really deserve that win? Did
They get the
deserve that
they get the
goal?
benefit of the
Whatever
doubt because they did win it. I don't see the problem. If Arsenal were winning, I would be like, yes, it don't matter how we do it. We got the goal to win, whatever. We're not doing it. That's the problem with the men as well, right? We're doing the same thing all this City and Liverpool are doing, but we don't have a trophy to show for it. So guess what? we're not going to get the plaudits when it goes our way. You gotta put arms up in the air with a trophy in it.
No, Gav, I did not bring Chelsea into the conversation. I was replying back to Rudy's comment.
You kept talking about it. You kept talking about it. You didn't mean to bring it up, but you kept talking about it.
I
don't want to talk about
called
that
my
team.
name out, and I was replying to the call out. His comment says, "I don't wear about Chelsea goals. All yours have been scrappy this season." I don't deny that. Fuck off with that comment. Can you Gav,
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm on it.
or
I'm
delete
already
the
in it. I'm
comment
way ahead of you.
because
Yeah, Gav, you can either talk secret. You're a secret Chelsea and you're wearing this.
Oh, look at
You can't
that!
go.
He looks beautiful in that.
I mean, me and Liam have got recent pictures as well of him wearing it again since this photo, wearing this shirt again.
the reason my
happy.
picture and my nickname is Emma Hayes is she is the coach of the U.S. and I'm the active American in all of those chats. At least that's what I'm assuming it's based off of, because it wasn't Emma Hayes for a long time, and then I don't know, it just came about. Probably because I was also just going on about that shit with her, with all the Emma Hayes stuff. Though the very interesting thing, so you have, I was listening to Pinky rant about the BS that Taylor Hines is going through, and oh, she's only getting called up to England because she's now playing for Arsenal. Well, it just came out that Emma Hayes did not select Naomi Girma to be part of this international break because she's not getting shit at Chelsea. Chelsea paid. This is another £1 million player for Chelsea. Sorry, they aren't claiming it as £1 million, but you know what? Close enough to it. She's not playing at all. It's like she got a few games last season, but then she was injured. But then Emma Hayes was like, yeah, I'm not going to call her up because she's not getting minutes. And I told her, you need to fix what is wrong with you at Chelsea before you can even be considered to be called up. And everything on the Taylor Hines situation, when, the way that Serena made it sound
go. Cross it.
She was in conversations with Taylor Hines for the past several months, since the beginning of the year, several months. And from what I've seen, there's been some tensions within the Jamaican camp to begin with. And she also wasn't getting called up. And maybe she wanted to get called up, or there was a reason why she switched nationalities from youth to senior. But from what I've seen from other Jamaican players is that there are some tensions with the coaches there. And even if she got the call, she could have been like, I'm going to pass. But it also could have been, I'm going to pass because I'm working out my shit with England right now. But, whatever it happens to be, calling up the best available players that you think can do the job in this international window. Benfica on the attack, cleared away, corner. I think it's going corner to Benfica.
Goal kick.
When did you back the U.S. to win this past World Cup? Because even I was thinking they have absolutely no chance of winning it. I thought they were going to get knocked out in the group stages. I'm surprised that they made it as far as they did.
There you go. She's finally get pissed off because they've been killing her all day, referee. All day they've been beating her up. All day. She finally got pissed off at it.
Someone said it's the Sporting Benfica rivalry back at it.
Oh, stupid 2 yellows. I hate that.
How dare you react to being fouled constantly? Yellow card.
Goes up and then knocks it down. And
I forgot we were playing rugby. Just saying.
That was the softest little nudge in the back to say, quit
Oh,
doing
well,
this to me.
you know what? I think somebody blew a kiss and they fell over. Remember? I mean, come on.
Rudy's
down a
saying
lot.
that Hines will be 28 by the time Lucy's not playing for England anymore. I think the reason why Serena is calling her in now is so that Lucy Bronze can be on the bench. Because she knows that Lucy Bronze playing 90 minutes over the entirety of the World Cup is not
Come
going to
on, Blackstone.
no.
Got to be able to hold on to the ball longer than that. Come on.
You think I watch the men's national team? That's a joke.
Laura saying say that Taylor Hines doing what Kate McCabe should be doing. Yeah, defending.
Shot from
Yeah,
distance.
She's working hard for that to start consistently. As I said, Ryan, she has a point to prove the way people have been slandering her name all week.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been quiet, guys. I'm just really on edge.
Oh, I was going to say either you're on edge or you're just letting me go off on one. I mean, I thought it was the most hilarious thing. Like, United came out with the whole, Serena was like, well, I'm choosing Maya Letitia to essentially play at right back, which it's helpful that you can have someone. This is another essentially Lucy Bronze replacement. You could either have Taylor Hines out there. You could actually have an actual left back in Taylor Hines instead of playing Alex Greenwood and or Jess Carter on left back. That was a bumble, and it took England a few games to get that under, figured out in the Euros. But
let's go. We got the ball. Let's go. No, not backwards. Forwards, ladies. Come on.
Hines can play left and right. So, and Serena's like, oh yeah, Maya Letitia can play right back.
Let's go.
And then
There we go.
United's like,
come
Maya
on.
Letitia has started 103 of them at center back.
It's looking positive. At least we're moving the ball forward. I don't know what you're talking about, Catherine. There's a game going on.
Oh, then you did not listen to the first half because Pinky and Ryan were not even talking about the game. It was that boring.
It was terrible. I gotta understand.
I mean, it still pretty much
it
is.
looks better now.
We've only got one shot off on target, and I think that was the fucking own goal. It's
Ball's
still
up.
pretty fucking boring.
It is in. Oh, come on, put your foot through it. Oh, another player's down. Oh man, another player in red is down.
She headed the ball. She has to go down in an injury to keep the scoreline down.
Might have been a double head clap.
Oh look, when she realizes no yellow is given, she's screaming now.
Oh, Rudy.
She picked it to the ball.
My opinion, first of all, why haven't I heard any congratulations that South Africa is back in the World Cup? Nothing. I've got nothing.
I didn't know qualified.
How could you? 16 years since we hosted
It took you long
the
enough.
World Cup.
Took you long enough.
No, I shouldn't mention it. You guys should be saying, yo, by the way, Pinky, congrats. You're going to see my
I mean,
Honestly,
honestly, I don't watch the men's World Cup like I do the women's. So I didn't even know that they were out of it. The only team that I know of that's qualified for the World Cup that it's a big deal about is Cape Verde because it's their first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a big deal for us
like
because
5,000 or 50,000. I don't even know the stats on that. But just they were like, yeah, so it's their first ever.
Excuse me.
Smith is off.
I think that's just terrible, man.
You know what, though? We might actually see a better playing Caitlin Ford because a certain someone is not on the pitch with her as well. But I think the way
you don't take off Olivia Smith and then tell me Ford makes you better. Come on, I don't think that's not what you're saying, right?
Also, then, Pinky, where's my congratulations then? England qualified.
England who?
You guys always qualify. What the hell are you talking about? We gave you arguably the best World Cup ever, and I stand by that. No World Cup has topped South Africa. Like you can argue with your mother. Like honestly,
Pinky, since you guys have qualified, does that mean you're going to be paying for my ticket to attend one of these matches? Because that's the only way that I'm going is if someone else pays for a ticket.
You'll be in the US, my darling. If I could pay for
Yeah,
myself,
I know, and
would
it's still like $1,200 for one ticket, and that's not even including the hotel and transportation fees that I would need to secure.
I just don't
I think that's a
understand the
big
whole
goal.
3 nations hosting one thing. It baffles me to this day. I don't get it.
Well, I think it was like they probably. I mean, it's all about putting in the bids because I know that like what was it, Germany, and someone else I think were putting in a bid to host the World Cup or even the Euros. Like
Yes, I will.
so like
will.
I think it's to
I
like
will.
you know I think we're getting into the more or less the latter years of um
Come
having
on,
it be a
Russo,
sole
that's all
country
this
that's
work.
hosting a single
And
tournament.
then
Because I mean,
touch is terrible, and he'll give the ball right back. Come on.
yeah, have the ball,
What?
have it touch and lose it. But I think, and that's the resale. The cheapest tickets were $400, and mind you, there was
Oh, come on.
it was
Oh,
400
this is
and then
ugly,
like
man.
700 from category 4 to category 3. But there's only like maybe 50 to 100 seats available for category 4 in a stadium that's 30,000 plus, which doesn't make sense. So it's not even based off of tiers; it's based off of location.
There you go. Beth Mead's been given the goal.
Yeah, she.
Uefa's given it a goal.
Yeah, Gab, just go on Google and just search for World Cup ticket prices, and you'll see, and or even look up the World Cup stadium category spots to see where their category 4 is at, because it's like nowhere on the map.
Oh my god, I can't.
Oh, for the love of days.
I
Final
can't.
third. What is
What
it?
is up with that touch? Is that Blackstenius? Every touch
Oh,
is like
see that.
it's
No,
like
that's yeah, it is.
she's got a still toe. It just pops right up. Look at that. Oh, you got to put that on frame. Come on.
Oh my
I
days.
swear to you, guys, please. I can't do this, man. It's late. It's literally like it's almost 11 p.m. Like, come on, guys. Like, please just give me a reason to carry on. Like, give me a reason, please.
Oh God.
Give me a reason to carry on. Sorry. To reply to Laura, yes. In Scotland, qualify I will. Also, somebody asked,
If they qualify.
was it Rudy? Mamelodi Sundowns. Oh my God. The vast majority of South Africans hate that club. They're basically like the PSG of South Africa in the sense that they have all the money. They pretty much, I'm not going to say they buy the refs as much as they do buy pretty much every single player that is half decent and then gives them a crap ton of money, even though what they do all game is showboat. Oh my God. Sorry.
Oh, here comes a
Like
corner.
I'm an Amazulu fan. Like my dad's a Kaizer Chiefs fan. My mom is an Orlando Pirates fan. But me, I'm a Amazulu fan. So we're not winning anything except for hearts, and we're just here for vibes. But one day, mark my words, Amazulu is gonna be the best team in South Africa. I'm telling you. Mark it today. Clip this.
What are you doing?
Hey, I'm telling you. Amazulu is gonna be
Why are we wanting the ball to go out of play just to get a throw in? Like, go after the ball, keep it in play, and move on. Like Caitlin Ford, she had the pace to outpace the defender, and she's just like, I'm just gonna stop my run because it's gonna go out of play. No, you could have caught up to it. You could have kept it in play.
This ref does like giving the free kicks or any other fucking touch. I mean, Caitlin is on side, so it's not going to go there with that one. Oh dear.
I feel like it's closing in on nap time.
Ball's in play, but okay, ref, cool.
Yeah, Gav, Orlando Pirates is pretty much, how can I say, the Man United I would say, in the PSL, because man, the things that those guys got away with is crazy. Like what Mamelodi Sundowns is doing now is pretty much what City basically do. Like they win stuff, but then because they have the most outrageous amounts of money, it just makes the league look bad. That's why when Kaizer Chiefs won, I didn't even go to that game, but you literally couldn't move throughout the city. The cars were packed on the road. There were people standing outside the stadium waiting for the day that Kaizer Chiefs beat Orlando Pirates after like almost a decade. And even at my graduation, there were people rocking up in Kaiser Chiefs shirts, and like it was absolute mayhem, right? And for my dad, I was happy for him because it's been years since Kaiser Chiefs had even done anything. But even then, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is ridiculous. Like Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns have been doing their own thing for years, and then this one miracle thing happens, and then now, like nothing, nobody can function anymore. Like society just goes, it just pauses for like a whole weekend. Oh, Rudy, Cape Town. You know, it's crazy because there was a Ajax Cape Town, and then Cape Town
Come
Spurs,
on.
and
Oh,
now there's
another
Cape
poor
Town.
touch. Oh my god, this team's killing me, man.
16. Can we take Stina off? What the fuck's going on?
I don't know. Was that Christina or was that
Oh,
Kelly? I don't know.
sorry. Go on.
Yeah, so Ajax Cape Town Spurs, and now this Cape Town team. Like, honestly, Cape Town need to figure out their business because oh my word, like I never understand which Cape Town people are referring to when they say the Cape Town Football Club. Because I'm still thinking back in the
Oh
Ajax
no.
Cape.
Come on. Okay, good.
So I don't really have much thoughts about Cape Town, to be fair, Rudy. Sorry about that. I just know I'm a Zulu, okay? Remember the name. It'll be the big name one day. I'm telling you. Oh my god. Come on.
Bayern and
Oh
Juve
my.
are still drawing 1-1. That's an interesting one.
What about Madrid and
That's still
PSG?
2-1. Real Madrid were up at the half 2-0. PSG got an equalizer. Or not an equalizer. They got a goal back in the 58th minute. And the
Oh
United
my
game
god.
against
You just not even
Atletico was feisty, I guess. 2
oh.
red cards.
No, but those were stupid red cards. I was watching the game and I can't believe Dominic Janssen got a red for that. That was so ridiculous. Like, yeah, the challenge was hectic, but a yellow card should have sufficed. And it was on our Geo, by the way. And I'm just thinking, sure, that ref was just she was appalling, man. Like I can't even like
Yeah, I was a bit confused about the Janssen red card because looking at it on review, wasn't denial of a goal scoring opportunity. It wasn't a violent conduct. I mean, other than her body checking
it
and
was delayed.
taking her
It
down.
was delayed 100%. But it was delayed, but was it reckless? Not necessarily.
No,
Was it
reckless
endangering?
would have been like if she was looking at the player and not the ball. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if United go to try and appeal this, to either get it reduced from a three match to a one match or to just nothing at all. Because like it did, there were no studs to any part of the body. I think it was it from the replay and the angles that they were showing, in which the VAR was seeing as well. It looked like Jansen's knee ended up colliding with two different spots on Gio's leg. 7,218 people in that stadium. Wow. I think
Okay.
it probably got upgraded because of how long and how injured Gio ended up being.
But then again, Catherine, I don't like that kind of like sentiment that how badly a player is injured determines
Yeah, because like
whether it's
the foul itself, yellow card at most, is how I
yeah.
was
But I feel
viewing.
like
Like,
the reason why she's
I don't think
injured.
I think this is the first time that VAR is being used in the group stages / the league phase. It has all in the women's game. It has always been introduced in the semifinals. I don't even think in the quarterfinals. In the semifinals. So you're talking about the last 5 games of the league, and it is being introduced. So I don't think a lot of these refs, and it's not in the women's game. It's only, as far as I know, I think it's only in the NWSL. So these European refs aren't used to having VAR available to them. So now it's like, all right, so we're going to now recommend this for your review, for your video review.
Well,
And Fox is down injured, and that's concerning.
yeah,
But
that's not good. I mean, talk about like punishment. That'd be
I think you
punishing.
could bring on either Jenna Neiswanger to and put Taylor Hines out on the right, or you could bring on McCabe and still have Taylor Hines going out on the right. How do I have a bug in my apartment? What the fuck? All right, I'm now distracted. Now I'll be back.
I forgot what I was saying now. What were we talking about?
It's just a ladybug.
Oh no, Gio. I feel like the reason why Gio got injured was because of how hard she hit the ground. She basically put her whole body weight as she was like falling to the ground. So yes, the challenge was late, but I think the damage was mostly done based on how she landed. So that's why I'm saying you can't just say, oh, because this person's injured badly, therefore we need to upgrade it, because there could be another factor as to why she's injured as such. Whereas if she
I
landed,
don't even think the challenge was late though. I think Hansen thought that she could get to the ball because it's not like Gio was doing a super heavy touch and the ball was 10 yards in front of her. It was like 2 feet away from her, which is like a stride and a half if you even think about it, and that's being generous. Like she
but she
hasn't
caught her at the
had
end
the
of the
chance
day.
to get at the ball, but I think like it was the ball speed was going a little bit faster than what was necessary. And Steph Catley is down injured again, and usually it's time wasting at this point. Which why would you time waste? But it's usually the keeper that goes down. But also Steph was just down in the first half.
This is not good when you got.
Oh yeah, you've got
Yeah.
Emily Fox
being out.
that's needing help, and she just shook her head like, yeah, no, I cannot carry on.
She's in
Yeah,
tears.
so oh fuck. And so we have McCabe and Codina coming on. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, so Codina on
Yeah.
for Steph, and then we've got McCabe coming on for Fox.
And I mean Hines will go over to right back and Cable left back. So holding hands FC for the last few minutes. Yay.
International break is now starting, and I'm not saying it's coming at a great time, but for Steph and Foxy, it kind of is coming at a great time.
In terms of what you think, what your thoughts, what my thoughts on the performance, Woody. We're winning. That's the main thing. It started. I mean, the first. I mean, we're doing everything right, but the final third. We get to the final third, and we're shitting ourselves. Look at the goal. Look how we've scored tonight. Benfica had to have a moment defensively for us to go, oh yeah, we can score.
Beth Mead pretty much had a toe poke. Oh my god. At least we know Emily's not going on international break. No offense, Catherine. And Gary.
Yeah, but I mean,
I mean, they're
doesn't
friendly. They're not
help
competing for
Arsenal when
anything.
they're when your top defenders is already out, and now you're gonna lose your second best defender. I mean, come on, that's not good. I mean, it's just
I
bad
hope
news.
it's like a cramp or something, or like just a really, really
I don't know.
bad,
Barcelona are now down their striker and one of their pivotal midfielders. Iwa Payor is out for 6 weeks, and Patrick Guijaro is out for 3 months. So, shorted squad is down.
Why are you grabbing? Come on, it's such an easy yellow.
Ah!
It's so stupid, man. That's just really silly. Come on.
So, I mean, cosmetically speaking, like for our team so far, international break is great because it's what 10, 14 days.
Give or
Yeah.
take, yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of wish that we were facing Barcelona just to like shove it in their face. Like they can't play their new striker. They can't play their CDM. You know, kind of would like to see, and because they're already down to a 17-player squad, would really love to see them against 15.
You think
I think
Arsenal is going to give them much of a challenge? You're making it sound like Arsenal is purring and like on a good form right now. They're not. They're not.
I said I would like to, not that I want them to.
No.
Based off of recent form,
all right, Arsenal doesn't want to play anybody. Come on.
But...
This is terrible football right now. Especially for what Arsenal was expecting to do this year, right?
Yeah, but even then, like even with our expectations, I still have to. I keep catching myself, right? Because I think, oh my gosh, we won the Champions League, and somebody mentioned that it's basically a full year tonight, or was it yesterday that Renee has been in charge? But it's counting when she was still interim, right? I only count her as manager from January onwards because that's when she got the official job. That's when the papers were signed. And so I always have to catch myself.
It was this past weekend. Someone had put out, it's been exactly a year since we lost to Chelsea, and then Jonas just was like, yeah, peace out, Girl Scout, I'm done. When he should have done it the week prior. I honestly think that had Jonas gone with the, even the Wednesday before the Chelsea match,
let's
we would have gotten
get the
something out of
second
that
one
match.
here. Come on.
Oh, Laura's cheering. Fuck.
Balls up. Oh, on the ground. Oh, nice little touch there from guess who? Guess who? Guess who gets the touch? Who gets the touch? Come on, you know it is. Go on, say it. Say it.
I said it.
Who did you say? There you go.
Well, I'm way behind.
I was literally shouting her name.
Just get the ball to Russo.
You know what? That was actually pretty fucking smart because everyone is expecting the ball to get crossed in high or for it to go directly at goal. No one is expecting, let me just do a super low cross here.
Cool.
And Caitlin Ford blocking off the defender and being just onside. Actually, no. If anything, Caitlin Ford is getting fouled because she's getting tugged to the fucking ground. Oh my god.
What a neck.
Cheers, folks.
All right.
What we all worried about?
Let's see if there's
okay.
Bayern
and what I was saying about.
Oh my god! What are we doing? It's like
the fresh legs.
I mean,
it's the fresh legs, Gary. It's the fresh legs that are making the mistakes now.
That pass made no sense. It's like, what are you doing? Like, why?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Am I delayed?
No.
I
mean, it's probably hard for you to like get some words in. So maybe there is a delay.
That's not Catherine. Look in the mirror when you say that, okay?
Gary, no, wait. I just
You can't say that. I'm
now,
not interrupting.
What? That there's a delay? Oh, but fuck!
They didn't score, did they?
No.
No,
Daphne's
very
down.
close to, but then Daphne's down injured. She deflects the ball down, doesn't catch it. Defender or someone's there to try and get their foot on it, and then
It
there's
might be her own player,
Oh.
though. It might be friendly fire there.
Yeah. No, not the lower back rib cage, basically, inside.
I
8 minutes of injured. Where the fuck 8 minutes come from?
I,
Where did 8
I'm
minutes come
confused on
from?
that part.
You know what?
Guys,
There were
missed something.
injuries on both sides. If you don't remember, both sides had injuries. Players were down for a long. I mean, I thought they even took a timeout, and all the players were on the sidelines getting a drink. I mean, there's been injuries both ways, not just Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal players have come off. Their players have stayed on after they got, they got the magic whatever water they have that allows them to recover from, the attack that Arsenal put on them.
The special stuff. The spokesman called it.
Oh, come on. Make an easier pass. You got a player wide open. I'm trying to make this thing more challenging than it needs to be.
What do you guys think about Tellis Joyce?
I think she's insane, and I think she should have been called up sooner to the national team. But I also don't think she would have broken out into actually playing until Alyssa Neri.
Come on, turn up the pitch.
I think United did not play her correctly when they bought her, and could have started easing her in. But the fact that she either won the Golden Glove or was tied for the Golden Glove in her first season, absolutely insane. Happy she's an American.
It was unreal today, I'm not going to lie to you. And for the last couple of games, she's been outstanding. Man United, respectfully, that I'm not going to lie. After that FA Cup win, I thought Mark's going to overstate his welcome a bit. I was like, I think Man United need to find maybe they're just going to revamp and revitalize. But I think the reason why he stayed wasn't so much because of the fact that he is a decent manager, but because United were just not willing to invest anything more into this team. Like you see with the fact that they don't even have a bench. Like, I just feel like Man United was just so focused on the men's side. They're not even bothered about the women. So that's why Mark's gonna pretty much has a free hit to say the things that he says in press conferences, which, by the way, I'm like, bro, this guy is literally dead ass calling out the owners on a regular basis. And they don't even care. They're like, oh, he can say whatever he wants. We don't really care what the women do. Just
thing, again, I don't know if you know this. I don't even know this, but so Jim, I can't believe he actually come out and said this. This came out basically, but he bumped into the captain last season on the training facility and all that, and didn't even recognise it as a player.
I mean,
he genuinely thought, apparently, she was just a casual member of staff.
I mean, to be fair, Maya Letitia also responded to that. It was just like, I just thought he was like a wealthy
no
fan.
Foul? Okay, that's interesting.
And not
Oh, wait, one of their players is down. We got to blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Catherine.
Like, Maya Letitia had no idea who he was, which is honestly atrocious. But she's just like, yeah, I just thought that he was just like essentially a fan that paid enough to get this kind of treatment. Also, Bayern just scored literally dying seconds. Bayern to win 2-1 over Juve.
With Man United, their communication is just piss poor. And this is what going back to the topic about
piss poor. You mean just poor? They have no money. They're broke.
Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. They're not broke enough to invest in the women's game. That's for sure. Like, you can be broke from the men's perspective, but from the women's perspective, they still have a lot of money. Like, so I'm not taking that as an excuse. With the women, with the conversation we had earlier about teams not taking the women's division and the women's sector seriously enough, and they not reaping the benefits or getting the awards and recognitions that they want. Again, you shouldn't discredit the teams that have been consistently investing in women's sports and women's in the women's side by saying, oh, accolades that you won prior to this year don't count because other teams couldn't be bothered. Like, it doesn't make sense. Even now, I look at Barcelona, who don't have any competition, right? They don't. But at the same time, it's not Barcelona's fault that they're willing to spend as much money as they do on the women's team, while everybody else is just like, ah, we don't really care. We'll focus on the men's side. Like, that's not their fault. Like,
No,
10 years from
Barcelona are broke too. Why do you think that the women's team got rid of like 8 players in the transfer window? Because the men's side is so fucking broke that they needed to rely on the women's side to try and balance out the wages. That's why they got rid of so many players and why they're down to 17 active players.
Again,
they had to rely on the women's side. It's the same thing with United. Like, they don't, like, they cared enough about them to invest in them to give them this like new £1 million or like, you know, £5 million training facility. But then the following year,
my gosh, no foul?
That's a foul.
No.
They kicked the women out of this new training facility because they were doing the same thing with the men, but the men took over the women's facility. So, and then then the women were, as they had said, you know, training out of tents, and they were stuck in these like bougie ass tents. But, you know, their new owner, Tim Ratcliffe, he couldn't give a single flying fuck about the women's team. I'm pretty sure he even came out and said, I don't care about them.
He said it. He says he come out in public. He said,
I don't care about the women's team. They aren't going to bring me in the money that I need them to bring in.
Yeah, but again, Catherine, I struggle to believe that when you're paying players 500K a week, like when you like.
No, they have. Yes, the thing is though, for Manchester United, and I've had this conversation with my coworker, and he is a Manchester United fan. He's like, in order to bring in the top level players, they are buying them cheap from clubs, but the reason why they are ending up signing for Manchester United is strictly, this is full-time as well, folks. It is strictly because they are offering them high wages. That is the only reason why they are keeping these players, is because they're saying, we're going to be paying you 500K a week. Not because you deserve it and you've earned it, but because we want you to stay at this club. That is absolutely trash, because the manager that we have and the managers that we've tried to have since Sir Alex has left are absolute garbage and can do nothing with the squad. Because you can't tell me that Eric Ten Hag brought in at least 3 players from previous clubs that he has managed and has had success at, brought them into Manchester United, and they have all failed. And why have almost all of the players that United have sold or loaned out this season, this transfer window, have actually found quality success in their new clubs? Like, even fucking Onana has had, 2 assists now and had quality games? He's the biggest fucking potato head that there is in the Premier League. And he's not even playing there anymore. I think it's down to not only the management, but the owner. Because the owner has now come out and said, oh, well, I know we didn't give, Ten Hag, 3-4 years, but we'll give Amorim 3 years, at least 3 more years, because he's figuring out the ropes. It's a joke.
Also got a comment from Laura. As Arsenal fans, are you genuinely happy with that performance tonight, despite the scoreline?
That was a horrible performance. But it's the same way that we've been playing this entire season. Scraping by, getting lucky with an own goal that has now been reclassed as a Beth goal, which actually now might be back to an own goal. But you know what? A goal is a goal. A win is a win. That's like all we seem to be saying right now, is a win is a win. A goal is a goal. I mean, I would love for us to just have the powerful performance that we know that these players are capable of, in scoring 4 or 5 goals in a game. This was not a great performance. I mean, the fact that the first half there were 0 shots on target shows you how horrible that they were playing. And they got lucky with the first goal. The fact that, again, based off of player ratings, Van Dumselaar is the player of the match shows you how atrocious the outfield was.
But this is the thing with
13 shots, 2 on target.
this is the thing in terms of the first half. Like everything up to the final third was looking good, but as soon as it got the final third, it was like brain fog. What do we do? And it continued into the second half. And then, as I said at the time, to Ruddy and in the previous comment earlier, look how we scored the first goal. It was more down to the fact that brain fart from them that we capitalised on that.
Are you ready for this though? 31 touches in the opposition's box. 31. With only 2 shots on target.
Well, hopefully to get all the girls go off to the national duty now, coming back and just kick on basically. Well, they have to kick on, but rejuvenised, and we get the Arsenal. We know we get the performances in the Arsenal that we know that this team's capable of. Hopefully, but we go off now. It is what it is in terms of we've got the 3 points, couple of goals, clean sheet. I will say this: fuck you, for fucking Benfica, because while we were chatting, I was on the phone and all that. The Arsenal fans, because again, pretty much that stadium's pretty much empty. Yeah, they stuck all our fans up in the gods, in the upper tier. So go fuck yourselves. You could have brought them down. You could have literally brought the Arsenal fans down to the lower tier, mixed and pretty much as a mix them in with the locals or whatever, making their way down in the lower tier.
Then it would have needed an entire squad around them and not just a few riot officers.
Make a bit more of an atmosphere, but no.
Yeah, but then atmosphere for who though? They're not gonna give.
Well, also for us to feed off.
No, but then it would be giving the atmosphere to Arsenal. Like, let's be real, there were more Arsenal fans than
It looks terrible when you walk in at the stands and you see like 10 people. That doesn't look good either. I mean, I'd rather at least it looks like it's full, even if they're not. I mean, it's just a bad look. I mean,
whoever's on camera, by the way, for Disney Plus, straighten up, please. You're wonky. So yeah, Beth Mead had an interview with Alex Scott and former Man City defender no one ever hear of or know of. I can't pronounce his name, but yeah.
Yeah, this was not a great performance, and I feel like we've just been saying that all season. Could have been better, should have been better. We have the quality and the players to do it. It's just, you know what? We scored more than 1 goal today.
Oh, I didn't get to finish my thought.
Off you go on.
about you just reminded me when you said with the quality of players that we have. Again, it's a weird one where we became ahead of schedule with what we achieved under this manager so quickly. And now we've gone back to what I would consider a more realistic.
No, I don't believe that at all. You look at who you had on this squad. You had the captain of England. You had one of the solid defenders for the U.S. team. You had Beth Mead. I mean, no. This isn't a team that didn't have. They had the talent before. We were just disappointed that we weren't able to see it. In my eyes, anyways. Now this team has some really good players. We've let good players go. Right, we had a good center back pairing. We let that go, right, and had to rebuild that again. I don't think.
And then
I don't think what you're seeing. I don't think what you're seeing now is actually us coming back to the pack. No, this is us getting worse. We have good players on this team.
But Gary, do you think we're going to win the Champions League this season?
But if they played anywhere near they played last year, then yes. We've gotten better, right?
As we are right now, do you think we should win the Champions League?
As we are right now, no. Because this isn't the team that
I think right now the only team that's going to be winning the Champions League as they are playing is Lyon. I think they're going to get number 9.
Lyon and Barcelona, realistically.
I wouldn't even say Barcelona at this point. I would have expected them to put 8 or 9 past their opponents yesterday. They got 4.
They got
And
poor,
yeah,
but they're still winning.
they're just
They're still
smashing goals
winning
past
with
in
the
the
minimum
league,
squad
but
depth that they
the
have.
league is
They're still winning though. That's the thing. So at this rate, yes, we'll see later in the season if the squad depth that or the lack thereof impacts them in any way. But as of right now, there's nobody touching them, even domestically or in Europe. So what I'm trying to say is we exceeded what was initially the plan. Yes, you can argue we should have been achieving this many, many years ago. But at the end of the day, we've been the second best team in England. No other team has been competing alongside Chelsea. So you
that's
can't
being
be like,
generous
oh,
with calling us
I don't
second
think
best.
it. The last couple of like when Arsenal finished second by what was it? A couple of years
Point in
ago,
goal
right?
difference.
In the women,
Yeah.
that was I remember us screaming at the manager for how we were playing and seeing out some of those games. So I don't think
yes.
I don't
And
I don't
rightfully
think I think
so.
they've been underachieving, not overachieving just last year. They've been underachieving for a lot of Jonas's time. Because I think the quality is there compared to other teams in the league. I mean, they've all caught up to us all of a sudden, and we've gotten we're playing all those players, and they're still caught up to us, and that's because of the way they're we're playing right now. I don't think we are playing. We're on par to what we. This is just what Arsenal is. I don't believe so. I think this is way under. This is way under what we expected from this team in terms of the quality that they should be able to bring. And yeah,
I don't know. I think with this squad, we should not be ever sitting lower than fourth. And it would be sitting in fourth really on goal difference more than anything. We're sitting fifth right now with 3 points between us and third. 3 points and 6 goals between us and United.
Mm.
Brighton are sitting in seventh with positive goal difference. Arsenal are sitting in fifth with positive goal difference. And Spurs are sitting at 0 goal difference because they've conceded 7 and scored 7. They're sitting in fourth. London City sitting in sixth, -7 on goal difference, or -7 on goal difference.
Mm.
3 wins, 3 losses. Arsenal sitting at a perfect 3-2-1, but that's not how we want things to be.
Also, as I was saying, the thing is, if Fox's injury is bad, then we lose her for Chelsea. We've already lost Leah. We don't know when she's back, and Steph doesn't look up. I'm just hoping both of them are just little muscle injuries, and they obviously stay at HQ for the internationals now and focus on the recovery, and that their bodies, as I say,
And I think I had said this at the beginning of the season. Like, it's great that we have Taylor Hines now. We also have Jenna Neiswanger.
yeah,
Jenna Neiswanger primarily on the left or in midfield, not so much on the right. Taylor Hines can play both sides. Technically, McCabe can play absolutely anywhere on the pitch except for maybe center back and goalkeeper. But that's it. She can play. I think she could honestly play both sides. I think she could play at right back. I think it's going to be a struggle if it's more than just a slight niggle. I think Emily Fox being out, I think that's going to be kind of like Leah Williamson being out if it's long term.
I mean, who's the better defender for each one of their countries? I mean, I feel like Fox is just up there, yeah. So and been the most consistent until hopefully this is just a blip in terms of her not being available. So yeah, yuck. That's a. I mean, as if as if you don't have enough problems in the attack now, the defense is might be a little short.
fragile, yeah.
That's going to be another challenge to have to overcome. Whether or not we have the players, we don't know because, as you said, they have not seen enough of them. So, yeah, it will be
everyone's saying that Arsenal being down to if Fox is out seriously long-term injury, Arsenal don't have the coverage. But I think you have two fullbacks that are currently playing on the left that can play on the right, and you have. I think it would honestly all come down to timing, because technically you've got Steph, who's a natural left back. You've got McCabe, who can play all over the pitch. You've got Neiswanger, who can play on both sides. You've got Hines, you have Hines that can play on both sides. You have Neiswanger, who can play on the left, as the right side is getting covered. But also, we saw this last season. Emily Fox getting hella fatigued in the second half of the season because she had no one that was able to come on for her, except for the few times that Katie Reed came on the pitch as a right back.
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, I just wanted to finish that thought quickly because I did hear the aftermath of that. I don't think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying that this is the standard of Arsenal. I'm just saying that this manager hasn't been able to implement a philosophy yet. And she managed to achieve something without even implement. That's why we are at the state that we are. Her form of playing and her vision hasn't even been played out. So I think that's why I said I keep having to catch myself and say, okay, yes, this team from an individual level, we have the captain of England, as you said, the captain of Ireland, Australian internationals, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, if the system isn't there, it doesn't matter if you're Cristiano Ronaldo or Leo Messi or flipping whatever, it won't work. That's the point I'm trying to say. It's like, yes, we shouldn't be fifth. And yes, we should be demanding more of the manager. That's why this manager, as of right now, she knows she's under a lot of pressure to quickly implement whatever she wants to implement so that we can get to the stage where we should be. We should be dominating. We should be giving other teams a run for their money. We should go back to the great self that we were not too long ago. What I'm saying is, let's not get carried away thinking, oh, but we won the Champions League. Like, we should be winning everything like I did. After that game, did I not say, we're winning everything, we're winning the treble, we're winning this? Because in my head, I thought, okay, this is it. This is the product. Like, we're just going to carry on. But now I'm realizing that realistically speaking, no, it's going to take time. It's like we had a surge of electricity to push us through to win something. And now it's like, okay, now you actually sustain this for an entire season. And that's going to take a lot of work because winning a cup tournament is not the same as winning a league. A league is based on consistency. And as consistently consistent, as we all know, we don't have that right now. And that's why we are seeing so many changes in these starting 11s. She's still trying to figure it out. And so as much as I am upset with the way that we're playing, I still have to calm myself down and be like, you know what? Don't panic. If this season isn't the way that we want it to be, I can guarantee you, if she carries on figuring out and making chops and changes, we're bringing in more people, we're trying to find the chemistry. By next season, I'm telling you, we're not going to be having these same problems. If by next season we are where we are, then I'll be calling for it because I'm like, hello.
Well,
Money.
I was gonna say the only reason why I felt like Arsenal didn't get the double last year is because Renee didn't get the job soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
you can say
so
the same
for me,
thing.
like if there was a blueprint, she showed it, right? I mean, they went on what, a 4 or 5 game stretch where they were scoring 4 goals at each clip, right? So I kind of felt like you have it there, and like if you're looking at your players and you're like, you know what, I like the way that Williamson, Leah plays and stuff like that, and I need to make sure I have depth there, and I need to, if that's going to be one of the key pieces to our attack, I need to make sure I've got depth for it, and we didn't do that. And she's out, and now our playing up, I guess from the back is looking terrible because that's what we're looking for, and we don't have it. So I don't. There's got to be something. There's got to be something that she's doing well, and right now I don't think there's anything that she's doing well. So, and I don't think that's just because she's doing this job for the first time. You know what I mean? I don't think so. I think it's a combination of things, but it's
Yeah.
just it's a bad run right now.
It's an awful run.
She was only given an 18-month contract, though.
Yes,
She was only given until the end of this season. She wasn't even given 2 full seasons. She was given a season and a half.
Yeah, so
So it's kind of,
that means they probably don't.
especially-
So I guess we're getting what we expected then. That they don't have enough trust to give her more, and we're seeing this, and we're like, maybe she's not the right person for the job.
Yeah, so it's like I'm gonna get the club by and do my job to the bare minimum because I'm not guaranteed a job next year. Is kind of how it's seeming right now. Because like Laura's asking or stating, I think she's now in her full season. She can start implementing her own stuff. Well, it's
She doesn't
hard
have
to
time
do that.
to do that based on what you just said. Based on what you just said, she doesn't have time to implement her stuff. She needs to perform to hold on to her job, right? So she needs to overachieve with what she's got, not wait. You assume you've got another year to get it right. She did, like I said. I think the difference is last season we just went out there and played football with what we had. Now it sounds like we're trying to hold on to a trophy we don't have. We're trying to hold on to something. There's nothing there to hold. Everything can be lost.
No, I don't know, guys. I think I disagree with that. Like the fact that she's making changes and she's trying to figure something out, I think she's trying to implement it. Like, yes, it's going wrong, but if she was making the same mistake consistently, like she was starting the same 11 that doesn't work stubbornly, not trying to do anything, then I'd be like, okay, what the hell are you doing? But the fact that she's making changes and the fact that she saw that there was a problem with our defense, and then last week we went with 4-4-1-1 formation. I was like, what the hell is this? But because she recognized that we are so poor defensively, she's like, okay, we need to like overload defensively. Like that's the thing. I'm more looking at it as she's trying to do something. Yes, it's not working, but at least she's not being stubborn and doing like one thing. As far as the favoritism is, she's starting to let go of that now. She benched Katie McCabe. So the favoritism of Katie McCabe and Caitlin Ford, now that narrative that we keep putting out there, she's trying to overcome that now. She's realizing that, okay, people are recognizing that I do tend to put Ford and McCabe above the other players. Let's now change it. That's the thing. That's why I'm still backing this manager, because I'm thinking, okay, she's trying. She's trying. If she was just like Jonas Eidevall, who's like, oh, I have this one thing and I'm gonna do it. The system is fine. I'm just like I'm just gonna try to force the players into what I'm trying to do. Then I'm not gonna back you. Like that's the difference between Jonas Eidevall and Renee for me, is that she's openly and early as well. Because again, the season just started. She's still mixing and matching, trying to do things. So that's why I still back her. I still trust this manager. And we saw something in that final. We saw the way those players believed in her and trust her, and she can get back to that. I fully believe that. Like, so honestly, I'm not. Again, we can disagree and know we can feel how we feel, but I'm backing this manager, man.
Yeah, but the league, you cannot drop points in the women's the WSL. You don't get them back. There's not enough games. You fall behind, and that's exactly what happened last year. By the time Renee got in there and started playing some good football, too many points behind, and it's not that easy to catch up. That's why when I look at it, if we're not able to score 2 goals in a game, it's going to be a struggle. This is what we need to be able to do. So for me, and that's when we were able to do that, we were seeing games out. Now we're struggling to get 1 goal. I mean, it took forever to get the first goal today, and I don't think that was the plan. The way that goal was scored. So, like I said, I don't know. You've got a team with Russo, and you got Olivia Smith on there. If Olivia Smith didn't come to Arsenal and she was starting at Liverpool, where would they be? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just feel you've improved the talent in certain areas, and we're not being able to take advantage of it, right?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't trust Gareth Taylor to utilize Smith better than Relay. No, to Gareth Taylor, but like I think Olivia left at the perfect time because the way Liverpool are now, the lack of investment, like she left at the perfect time. Whether it was
No,
coming
I'm
to Arsenal
saying
or
you got
Chelsea,
I'm
either
saying you got a
way,
good talented player, and you underutilize her. She hasn't even doesn't really get to see out games, and she hasn't started in some games where I thought she should have. I mean, like I said, if she was at Liverpool, she would have probably started those games. You know, I don't know. I just feel like when you have a lineup that you can start with, I know it sounds like Chloe Kelly was more of a just her body wasn't right. But if you have a starting lineup and if that continues, where you can have Chloe Kelly, Russo, and Olivia up top, or Mead as well. But I kind of felt like you should go with the youngsters and see how that plays out. Like I said, until Russo gets more touches, I don't see this team going where I want, and that's just something that I think, was the reason why we struggled to some degree last year. So, and Mariana doesn't seem to be able to be an influence as much as she was last year, right? So, and that might be because of the way we're playing the midfield. So, like, yeah, we're changing things and it's hurting us, and the players that need to get the touches aren't. So, I don't know. It's not like a broken record. Like I said, I keep saying the same things, but I think we are not. I think we are underperforming as opposed to this is just who we are. That's what I believe. So
yeah, this is definitely not who we are. Like as I said, with the fact that we have all these internationals and we are a big club. And I would even say the same thing for Man City. Like the fact that Man City have only accomplished the things that they've had with the players that they had Lucy Bronze, like Ellen White and all of these legends, like, and all they had to show for it was like a Conti Cup under Gareth Taylor. That's crazy. Like they should have been winning more. They should have been competing more. But at the end of the day, if there's no philosophy, if there's no proper coordination on their end, you're not going to get anywhere, regardless of how many stars you have. So the fact that we're still, I feel like what Renee has basically had to do is say, okay, yes, I won the Champions League, but what I did was not as sustainable as I thought it would be. So now I have to start from the beginning and build from
I
there.
think I don't like that thinking. I can't. I don't. That is the opposite of what I think you should do. The fact that you were able to win it, now you just need to add on to it. You don't need to take a step back and rejuvenate everything, start from scratch. You had a
But
good
if
base
you look at
there.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
look,
what you're saying is we need to start over again. I'm like, no, that's not going to work. Not in the way that this league is set up. You cannot just restart all over again. You need to build. That's what Chelsea keeps doing. They keep piling on and adding more and more every season to add more and more players to what they've already got. They don't take a step back. You can't do that in this league. Take a step back, then this is what it looks like. And you take a step back.
yeah, but Gary, they've had a system for like 6 years now. Like they wouldn't need to change anything. Whereas from our perspective, we do well in cup tournaments. That's why the League Cup, I think we made it into the semi-finals or the finals of the FA Cup a couple years ago. We do well in cup games because it does work. You can like sneak and scam a win here and there and to the next round, have a Tina Blackstenius last winner. You can get away with that in a cup game. But league games are about consistency. And now that's something that she needs to establish. How do we
That's
get a
why I
consistent
know.
performance?
That's why.
And that's what she keeps.
Yeah, but that's why I know. Yeah, that's why I said that. That's why I know. At least I believe Ryan's with me on this. That's why we wanted them to improve on those players, like Stenius and Amanum definitely did really well for us, but we needed to improve on that and get better. Right, that's one of the reasons why we're happy to see Olivia Smith come on there. But they kept both of those players, and now they're still part of this team. But we needed to get better than that to keep up with the Chelseas, who continually seem to go and try and get the best players and either push their players out or at least push them further down the bench. All right. Because I mean they come on, they support us, but I think we need better than that to keep up, especially if we're talking about trying to compete and win on all four fronts, right? Can't do that if you're just like piecemeal here, add a piece here and add a piece there, and not necessarily push anybody further down the pecking order. We're not doing that, right?
Mhm.
So
Okay, I agree with you there. That as far as recruitment, even though we spent money on Olivia Smith and Hines, like that wasn't enough. Like,
No, Hines was free.
oh yeah, so yeah, Hines was free. Yeah, she was free. But again, I do agree. I'm still having a grudge about Michelle Adjumang, by the way. I'm still upset. A lot of people will say, no, it's better for her development, but I don't see Brighton using her better than what we could have used her for. Like, honestly,
we needed
the big-
Michelle. I am about 2 years from now, so that's why it's easy to let her go. I like let her go and get more experience. I get that, but they need to bring in players that they can perform for them today. You know,
Hmm.
or else
and
you know
also
what
in a space,
she might not want to come back because it might get worse. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
and
You
I
know?
also
think
in a
Michelle would
space is another one.
only be considering staying, like actually staying at Arsenal and not going out on another loan, is if Stina leaves. Because
Yeah.
if at the end of the season, if Stina leaves, then that's Michelle's spot, and then Russo's now coming off, and we still have an absolutely dynamic player who knows how to stay on side and can provide hella fresh legs,
Yeah.
not only for club but then for
Yeah.
country as well. And
That's
she
why I
is
said we needed to
that
sell
way.
players. You know, like
But
if you're going to keep
yeah,
Michelle
I
and you're going to sell players that are taking up her minutes, then yeah, it makes sense. But you're not going to do that.
I think
And guess what? This is what we got.
yeah, I think Laura
Yeah.
had pointed it out. I'm not sure if it's actually been said on a live stream, but so many of these players are Joe Montemura era. Haven't sold any players. It's just been, oh, they're good enough for us. We're going to extend the contract. We're going to extend the contract. We're going to extend the contract. Well, now we're in the phase of they're getting to be 29, 30, 31 plus years old, and we're still giving them a new contract. We're still giving them the starting spots. We aren't selling them. We aren't bringing in new players that would actually replace them straight up. We're bringing them in as potential replacements, but you know, I mean, we brought in Kyra Cooney Cross, and the whole purpose of her coming in was we're going to have her be the Kim Little replacement. We're going to have her be the Kim Little side along on the pitch. Not, you know, apparently 3 years later, because it's been that long, maybe getting some starting minutes, maybe getting some minutes off the bench. But so many of the starting 11 are not even from the Jonas era of coaching. They're just players that Jonas was like, yeah, we'll extend the contract. But, you know, for this season with Michelle, had Stina gone, she probably would have stayed. Arsenal would have needed her to stay, but they weren't going to get rid of Stina for whatever reason. Yes, she scored the winning goal in May, but I think there were other faults that she had throughout the season. Like, I personally would not have been that upset if Arsenal decided to sell in the summer. So that's where I'm hit. But I think we tend to, what it seems to be for our transfers is we're either going to buy players in January or we're going to try and get players in on free, because that's also what we're doing is we're letting players go on free transfers. And then we'll have Olivia Smith, and that's it. So I mean,
Honestly,
it's interesting. Yeah.
Again, as far as the Michelle, her not getting minutes in this team, the more I see the way we're playing, the more I start to doubt that, because we are lacking attacking creativity as of right now. And so I'm sure it's sorry?
From the midfield, it's starting in the midfield.
But that's not
Yeah.
Michelle's job is to create. She's just going to finish, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and again,
it's with Russo. Russo, top quality at United. She's now what, in her second or third season at Arsenal here? She's not getting the service that she was at United, and it's more or less making her look like an absolutely crap striker, but a very, very, very talented creative midfielder when she's being started as a striker.
yeah, but the point that I'm trying to make here is with Brighton, I'm looking at the way they're playing, right? And I'm not impressed with what they're doing. Yes, she's getting more minutes and she's using her legs and she's running around and staying active, but like from a developmental point of view, I don't know what they're developing in her. Like if she went to like PSG or something, or like another team that was like at least competing for something, then okay, fine, I would be like, okay. But I honestly don't see what people are hyping Brighton about. So for me, it's like, okay, yes, she's using her legs more, but what is she actually developing? Like,
It's
I
about
don't get it.
minutes on the legs. She's not going to get the minutes you're talking
Yeah,
about
so
at a
she's basically using her
PSG
legs.
or any team that's
That's basically
competing
what it
for
is.
anything because she's not there yet. So she can go to a team that maybe isn't going to be competing for as many trophies, but she'll get the minutes, and that's the key thing. She needs to get the minutes in her legs. You're seeing this right now with Katie Reed, right? You know, we're just saying how she's injured right now or recovering from whatever, and that's because she doesn't have the minutes in her legs to keep up with a season like this. You know, and that's why the young players. That's why your players like Saliba go off and get minutes playing for teams that do they have a chance to win anything? Not really, but he got the minutes, and guess what? He comes back a better player for it, right? Because the quality is there. It just does. He's not on a team that shows it. So, Catherine says,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of how I
She
see
says
that one.
quality
So
banter.
it's all about
She says
getting minutes on the
quality
legs.
banter.
It is quality banter. It's better banter than whatever the hell Gav and Rudy try and pull out of us.
True.
But have a
No,
good
they were
one,
trying to
everyone.
just rattle us. They were just rattling us. Okay, cheers. It's literally almost midnight for me as well. I should probably go to sleep. But honestly, yeah, poor performance. We got away with it. But my final thoughts on it, I'm still backing this manager. She's gonna figure it out. I genuinely believe she's gonna figure it out. We're gonna crack on. Olivia Smith is gonna kick into gear. I'm just manifesting at this point. Like honestly, I'm manifesting because honestly, I can't. I saw Joe. I saw Jonas. Compared to those two other men, and I couldn't watch women's football prior to them, so I can only go based off of Joe and Jonas, right? Like,
Yeah.
and compared to those two, I've never had, even before we won the Champions League, the way she was making us play, the way she was instilling confidence in these girls. Personally, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we've landed on a gold mine here. And I still believe that, despite what we're having now. And it's gonna, and I said it, I think was it in the beginning of the season, Ryan? I said Renee will have to go 2 seasons trophyless for me to be like, I want her out. Just based on what I've seen her do in the short span that she's been with us. So as of right now, I still think that she's got what it takes. Genuinely, some people may be doubting and rightfully so. Everybody has a right to that we need to uphold this badge. It's a privilege to wear and it's a privilege to support it. So I understand people with the standards that are like there because that's what we need to get to. But as of right now, I'm backing this manager. She's gonna figure it out. Probably by December period, we're probably gonna kick on. I genuinely believe that. That's my final thoughts on this game.
That's fun. Again, for me, I've said since we beat Lyon to get to the final back in April into May this year, sorry. I've said to the club, no matter what happens in the final, extend her deal. She's clearly got to play. They love her. I think the fact that they gave her 1.5 year deal, as it stands, this is the last, weird to say, the last year of her contract currently. The club need to decide quick if they want to stick with her, and if they do, get everything in place between now and Christmas, that's New Year. Get it announced. Everyone knows where they're playing. Then the manager knows that the club have faith in her, and she's got more time to implement what she's trying to do, and not just work with the scraps of the previous managers, respectively. Because some of these players a handful of these players do date back to Joel as well. So that's why I say handful about the manager side of things. And she can actually start, as I say, continue to implement what she's doing and push forward, and also get rid of who she already knows isn't capable enough of pushing forward with her with what she wants to install. Whilst there's that cloud hanging over, she hasn't got that drive. Because why would you continue to push and do what you want to do, when there's a potential you could do all that work, and then come mate, you're gone. Bye, see you later. Thanks for the memory or memories. We're going in a different direction, and you're going to restart all over again, which could again upset the apple cart within the players and set us back. And a reason why, for me, Chelsea have been so dominant over the years, even taking out the equation, obviously Sonia's now there. Emma Hayes was a consistent. She was the consistent. No matter what players go, she was the consistent. She set the stall from the get-go, the standards, X, Y, and Z. We need that. Since Vic Akers retired all these years ago, we've gone through so many managers because we hire managers that are not good. I mean, the current Scotland manager, the women's team, used to manage Arsenal, but we don't hire them for long. It's a 2-3 year thing, and they either move on to other projects, or they're not good enough. We end up sacking them anyway. Whereas it seems with Rene, we've fallen on something good, and the club have as a whole have to back that now. Because if we now let her go in the summer and we get another manager in, you haven't got that consistent. You need that long-term consistency of the manager or head coach, or whatever, to be there, implementing her style of play, her tactics, her formation, her mindset, everything that Emma Hayes did. And that's the reason why Chelsea, even though Emma Hayes is no longer there and Sonia's come in, it's continued to this point because I think it's continued. The standards that Sonia has had to do is come in and implement her tactics effectively to this team, because the standards always matching to what her standards are, and that's what we've got to do. Otherwise, the dominance of Chelsea will continue, and we'll just fall further and further behind in that side of things. And for a club of our stature, we can't afford to do that. But yeah, on that note, obviously we're going to get ourselves out of here. It's close to midnight where Pinky is, so she go get some sleep.
Yeah, it's literally, I wake up in 4 hours.
Oh,
Thanks,
God.
guys.
Oh, dear.
I wake up in 4 hours to get ready for work. Thanks.
You chose to go on.
But we won, so at least I'm going to sleep happy.
Don't make up. We hold a gun short to say you have to come on. Oh dear. So yeah, and obviously thanks to Gary as well for popping on as well, Catherine, everyone else in the chat as well, even the Chelsea fans. I say 2 Chelsea fans. There's one definite Chelsea fan. There's the 50-50 on the other one, but we'll come to that another day. We'll talk about that one another day, Gabby. Yeah, and obviously, if you haven't already, do subscribe, do smash the like button and all that jazz, and share the content and hype up the shows as well. We'll be back definitely on Saturday for Fulham versus Arsenal, and the match of the day, and then the Liverpool Man United on Sunday. So we've got plenty of streams over the weekend to keep us all busy and occupied and all that jazz. So we'll see you soon, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, as I say, for both my channel and George's channel. And yeah, we'll see you soon. And as always, take care and up the Arsenal. 1 second.
Yeah.
Next one in the right one. See you later.